didn't even get to Teddy versus Artie from yesterday's.
I know.
I kind of thought Artie was a little out of line.
It sounds like Artie's kind of a tyrant.
Listen, ultimately, I was breaking his chops, but I said it would. In this case, it would have been me going, "Wow, that's impressive." But the fucked up thing is, I've met assistants of other people where they go, "It's unbelievable how great they are," and
Yeah,
I held him to a higher standard. But then he started saying stuff that you should just never say to a boss.
I kind of dug him. He was saying, like, you know what, Artie?
Yeah.
I remember you hired Teddy to fill music on your iPod.
Right, that was the initial
and then the mail.
And then to open your mail. And then all of a sudden now he's morphing into your everything go-to guy.
No.
But he's got a full-time job here.
No.
And he even said to you, Artie, I'm not devoted to you because I can only do it part-time. And originally,
no, we had to. You're not saying correct things right now.
I'm not.
No, we had discussions off the air where he became my assistant in every way. I needed him, and he's compensated for it. And it's he's taken care of. I realized that. I did say, look, your job here has to come first because that's just how it is. But I mean, I was breaking his balls with this. I didn't really expect him to fucking think of reminding me about the wedding, and I enjoy busting his chops. But there's times he's dropped the ball, I think, and I bust his balls too much.
So here from the wrap-up show yesterday is, in case you missed it, I had missed it, and I heard these clips, and I thought they were worth playing. It's Artie and his assistant Teddy. And Artie, upset that he missed the big wedding, Isaac's wedding. And
right.
He's
and
trying to
blame Teddy for it.
A little bit, yeah. Here, listen to this.
I'm going to bring up something a little uncomfortable, Artie. Mm-hmm. And I have to because you brought it up on the air this morning, and I know we're all in the same room. And I'm not picking on anybody, but you do have a personal assistant.
Right.
So what happened there? Is this part of his job or not necessarily?
I don't know, Ted. Is this part of your job?
If I was asked to remind you about something, I would have.
Did you tell him to remind you? Because if you didn't tell him, then you can't.
No,
really blame
well, again, he got in touch with me through Isaac to get back to him with an RSVP. About whether I was going by myself or not, like about 10 days. So he was aware that I had a wedding to go to. And he gives me a schedule. Did you put that on any schedule?
No, I never knew when it was. I just knew to ask you if you're going alone or not alone. That was it.
Right, but that was a major discussion.
Yeah, you just told me, tell Isaac I'll be there. Not.
See, this
with
is where
guest.
he whined. This is where I want to strangle him. Look, because he's acting like a bitch.
Look, if I worked for you full time, I would probably all day think about what does Artie have to do now? What does Artie have to do now?
You make up my schedule.
Yeah, your part-time stand-up road schedule and a couple of interviews here and there. Not your daily. I got to get up at this time.
But that's what a personal assistant does.
Well, then fine. Then whatever. Then that's not.
Gary, do you see what I'm dealing with here?
No,
am I raising my voice?
I'm done with this conversation. It wasn't my fault that you slept through a wedding.
Ted is done with this conversation.
That's it.
So now Ted is done with the conversation. So where do I go from here? Gary, if you were my assistant,
that's great.
And someone said to you, could you find that if Artie's coming to my wedding alone or not? As someone who does my schedule, would you have said, by the way, when is that wedding? And when they told you the wedding, would you have put that on my schedule and made a note to maybe let me know about it?
You're asking me?
Yeah, you.
Gary, yes, I would have. Because I know that organization isn't your strong suit.
It's the biggest area I need help in.
So, it's funny to me because Teddy...
I
don't think it's really been clear what Teddy's supposed to be doing for Artie in Teddy's defense.
But how would you know that, though?
I get that vibe that it's sort of this quasi job, like it's sort of hazy. It's
nothing was hazy. Blurry. Nothing was hazy.
Like is he supposed to Like Artie
He's
doesn't
supposed
even
to
have
make up my
email.
schedule.
Artie doesn't even. Sometimes you can't reach him on the phone. So how do you even get his schedule?
Did you hear
to
the
him?
part where Teddy sat in a car for 2 hours?
Yeah, here I'll play this for you.
Okay.
I love this one.
I don't know if I have that clip, but listen to this clip. This is good. This is Artie complaining that he's disorganized, and Teddy claiming he is disorganized
Right,
as well.
the two disorganized people.
And that I get what I pay for.
Right, this is
yeah.
great.
You want to get awkward, Gary? Do you think Ted is a good assistant?
No. But I've told Ted that.
Right.
I don't think he's an awful. I think
Why?
Ted, because I see times.
In what areas does he need help?
An area like this, I see times where Ted can anticipate your needs, and he may not do that, or he may not be as thorough. But that's because Ted's never done it before.
Right.
I'm sorry, Ted.
No, you're absolutely right, Gary. When he asked me to do this a year ago, I took the job, but I'm just like you, man. I'm so disorganized anyway. This is not the best thing for me to be doing.
So then, why would you want to become an assistant?
I thought I could do it. I figured I'd get the hang of it. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into.
Maybe it seemed like a cool thing to come to a few gigs and hang out.
I can handle a lot of it.
And answer fan mail.
I can handle a lot of it. I can do a lot of it. But man, I mean, you are like, it's tough.
See, I've been with Artie a bunch of times, and the one thing you don't want to have when you have an assistant is you never want to have a doubt. You don't want to say, gee, when I step off the helicopter, will the car be there? I'm not blaming this one of you. I'm just giving you an example.
And you don't want to say, you don't want to have an assistant who goes, listen, I'm really disorganized.
Well, it's true. I'm not going to lie anymore. I'm not the most organized person.
You don't have to lie anymore. I'm finding that out.
Your honesty is admirable, I think, Teddy, but that was just not the right thing to say.
Look, I mean,
that would be like me going to Howard a year in. Look, Howard, I'm just not funny. I'm not funny.
All right, I get it. All right. So I maybe just buried myself.
You sound like a dumb guy there.
I don't care because
I know
there's a problem with it.
I know you're not organized.
I hate the way I feel inside now. I just hate this feeling and this uneasiness, this uncomfortable. He needs to hire someone better.
Well, I'm not even saying I would do that. I'm just saying
I think you should.
You can see by blurting out that you're not organized.
I know, but I don't
think
I'm
I have
I'm
to
not,
take
look,
issue with.
Yeah, and look, maybe we can work on certain things, but as far as being as organized as you want me to be, I can guarantee you now I'll never be that organized ever.
Wow.
Wow. Way to sell yourself.
And then he tells Artie that he's getting what he pays for.
If I gave you the 80 grand, what time frame can I expect you to get organized in?
A month.
So now you
4
could
weeks.
see yourself.
I quit here.
Organized.
I quit here.
Right.
And you become my primary focus on everything.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. I wake up and that's it.
So you'd be dedicated to just fucking up my life.
Yes, messing up everything. But I would be. You would be the only thing that I ever, which is another situation because I'm not sure if I want to put myself in that. Like I don't want now everything to be all you because
that's
sometimes
what life is, Ted. When you take a job, there's pressure. In other words, like when Howard took this job, he took a lot of money.
You don't understand.
But he's guaranteeing them I'll do a good show. When I take a job, when I take a stand-up job every week, they give me a lot of money, don't they?
Yes.
And I guarantee them I'll put on a show.
And that's why
That's what life is.
I know, it's okay.
You gotta step up and go, look, dude, I promise you I will, if you give me this amount of money, I will be your guy. I can't have a gray area there.
No, there's no gray area there. It's just, only gray area is whether or not, if I want to do it. That's it. If I should tell you to get someone else, or if I should make you pay me more money to do a better job. I mean, that's it. I don't know what to do. I need to decide. It's really what I want to decide.
So the work level I'm getting now is so at this price I'm only guaranteed this quality.
You're getting what you're paying for. You're getting what you're paying for. I knew this would all come to a head one day, and I'm sorry.
It's not coming to a head. I'm not looking.
I'm sorry. I'm not the best at my job. I never claimed to be. That's it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to quit? Do you want me to just leave?
But I'm almost trying to train you that later in life. Like, I mean, you look what you're saying. You're just buckling under and going, I'm not good.
I might fold under questioning.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yeah, definitely don't hand him any of the contraband when the cops come.
I mean, Jesus.
What? I'm broken now.
Wow. You broke the kid.
It was great.
No, but in his defense, I mean, I don't think he ever was like an assistant, like someone
And
who
he
takes.
has another job.
By the way, I didn't ask him to do this. He very aggressively came to me and said, I want to be your assistant.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was talking about, at one point, Teddy said it was impossible to work for Artie because Artie won't stay in touch. Artie won't answer phone calls.
Well, yeah, because like I know for me, like I have assistants. I have assistants on top of assistants and stuff. And I got Laura, you know, she's like the numero uno assistant. But the fact of the matter is, I still have to keep my own schedule. If I don't, I'm constantly like, Laura, what do I have to do? And like it keeps me out of control. Like there's some things you still have to do for yourself.
But what I'm saying is,
do.
Teddy then said, Artie said to him, be at my apartment at a certain time. So Teddy comes to the apartment.
Right.
He can't get in. He starts calling Artie on the phone. Artie doesn't answer the phone. He sits
Sometimes
there,
I just don't feel like hearing his voice.
sits there for 2 hours in the car.
Oh, that was his job
and
that
then
day.
he finally gets Artie on the, and he's complaining.
That's
I sat here
crazy.
for 2 hours, and Artie says, that's what I needed you to do at that
Teddy
time.
says it's bullshit. Artie asked him to be his assistant. Come in here, Teddy, and take that up with Artie then, if you want.
I remember differently.
Let's see what Teddy has to say. Teddy,
I don't have.
what?
There's my organized assistant. You look like a roadie
That
for
was
the Allman
pretty
Brothers.
much the worst thing ever. Listening to that back, Howard. I can't do this. Like when I got put on the spot like that.
No, I know. I was being a little cruel
And
there. I
you
was
did
busting
ask
your
me to
chops.
do this. I didn't aggressively come to you. You invited me to your apartment on my birthday and said, "Look, you know,
What?
yeah,
What
that
even
was
was your birthday?"
Because I remember it was my birthday.
Well, I mean, what does that have to do with
for
right
me.
now?
I got hired by you. No, I mean, it went from fan mail to saying, "Look, I could really use someone to come around." It was kind of a mutual agreement, but whatever. I mean,
He was comfortable with you. And
look, and I like doing it. It's just tough because he's not like we don't.
But
have
let me just, can I explain stuff? You're not playing, first of all, that tape is incredibly edited, and you're not playing everything there. Can I tell him what happened New Year's Eve when you worked for me?
When I got drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. You told it yesterday.
Well, I mean, again, that wasn't played here. But
yeah, go ahead.
So I big gig New Year's Eve, right, in Philadelphia,
right,
and it's a big money gig, and I tell him, look, I'm on stage. It's your job to go get paid and make sure the other comedians are paid. And that's something I need you to do. That's a task.
Okay.
And then make sure the limo's all set because it's a crazy rainy night.
He was drunk, though.
Ted brings his girlfriend. He gets ossified.
Right.
Okay, ossified drunk. And,
That's not cool.
And right, so now I'm scrambling. I'm scrambling around. I find the promoter. I'm like, is this the right amount? Because my assistant's drunk. So I need to know if this is the right amount. Yeah, I'm doing all that busy work. And then finally, when all that's done, we get in the limousine. It's me, Teddy, and his girlfriend.
Right.
Okay? Now, I just want to decompress. I just did a big show, and I want to sit in the back of the limo and maybe listen to
Just chill,
my iPod and just chill out. Instead, for 2 hours, I have Teddy and his girlfriend, who are like the cast of Real World from hell. Two 25-year-olds arguing about their drunken 25-year-old life. And like, you just don't want me to go to work, right? And she wanted to go to her work in Hoboken to meet some people. You don't want me to go to work because you don't like, no, I want to go to work. I almost fucking kicked them out of the limo. All right? I mean, I almost kicked them out of the limo twice. And then I said to Ted the next day, I said, Ted, why did you get drunk? He goes, it was New Year's Eve. I go, well, what if the limo driver got drunk?
Right.
Because it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
I mean, you were working. And he goes to me, all right, I dropped the ball there. So that's one of, like, you know.
So it sounds to me like maybe you're ready to graduate to someone who is a professional personal assistant.
Right.
And maybe Teddy isn't really wanting to go in that career path. That this was kind of a fun thing to earn some extra money. It started out kind of light. Now it's turning into a real job.
But you see, I like the kid. I'm actually worried about him in life. I don't think I don't know what he's going to do.
Teddy,
all right.
Teddy, do you want to quit the job and have Artie get some professional? Maybe you're ready for a whole different level.
I'm just to be fair. I mean, obviously, I don't want I don't want the pay cut. I don't want anything. I need, I love what I do.
He desperately...
But
see, the other problem with his life
would it be fair if you could just go along in this incompetent manner?
It's not fair at all. It's not fair.
No, okay.
And he deserves better.
What if he just paid you and you didn't have to do anything?
Well, that's what... And the other thing that bothers me is, like, these... Like, it was his birthday. I just gave him a nice gift and stuff.
What do you want?
Bonus.
You know what?
And now he brings this up where he might want to quit after that happened.
No, I fault you.
That's bullshit.
I fault you, Artie. You haven't told me the job description. What is it you want Teddy to do?
Well, it's tasks that you would assume a personal assistant.
What are they? What is his job?
To a comedian on the road, stuff like I talked about when we're at the gig, organizing who gets paid what.
Cars, planes.
Making sure the car is there when it's supposed to be. And definitely putting together, at the very least, if it's not a personal schedule, a work schedule.
So does he do any of that?
He does, but in other words, like, enough fuck-ups happen to where I can't trust it, Howard.
Right, so you have to double-check.
Like, I'll tell this because we're talking about this. Yesterday, after all that happened, he calls me up and he goes, all right, I got your schedule, man. I'm right. We're back to work. That's what he says to me. It's
right,
like,
good. That's a good attitude.
So he goes, all right, so now coming up, you got this, you got that. Don't owe me, because this is what, this is what happens.
One mistake, bad day.
No, it's not one mistake. It's like, he goes, so you got this gig coming up October 5th. You got this October 9th. You got to tell me what the comedians are. You got Detroit next weekend,
right.
September 15th.
Okay, that sounds efficient.
All this stuff. He goes, but then, dude, really quick, you're doing that corporate gig. I agreed to a corporate gig on a rare, I'm doing somebody a favor.
Okay.
So on a rare work night, I'm going to do stand-up at a corporate party.
Got it.
And he goes, listen, dude, he knows those are stressful for me. He goes, that's coming up next week. That's September 12th. So we got to get going with that. And that's what he leaves on my answering machine. So I start thinking, and this is just in my head, I'm going, that gig isn't September 12th. It's October 9th. I just remember it's October 9th. Like, just my memory. So now I'm thinking, did the guy call and change it to September 12th? Because, A, if the guy did that, I want to punch him in the face. And right. B, if Teddy agreed to change that date without speaking to me.
What's wrong with him?
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. So I go, Ted, the first thing I say to him, I go, first of all, Ted, I got your message. That corporate gig, is it September 12th? He goes, yeah, man. I go, Ted, I really don't think it is, man. I think it's October 9th. He goes, no, I got it right here. I got it in my notes.
All right.
So I go, Ted, listen, just do me a favor. Check the emails. Is it October 9th? He goes, fine, I'll go. So this is the attitude. He goes, fine, I'll go through the emails. I get that. Like, fine, I'll go through the emails.
All right.
And he goes through and he goes, wow, yeah, it's October 9th. And
how do you do that, Ted? What happened there?
Like Howard, we're talking about a difference in, like, now I'm thinking this guy called and changed the date.
That's not good.
A corporate gig, I have to get material and write special material.
Then you start saying to yourself, well, gee, what else did he screw up?
Absolutely.
And I've got to double check it.
And this is after that happened on the air.
So, Ted, maybe this isn't your kind of work.
Maybe not. I mean, I like the challenge in it, though, because I do good work.
But Ted, the challenges may be fucking up every once in a while.
These are how the phone calls go. See, you guys are missing the one key element.
Ted,
it's like,
but you got to understand
verbally, it's like I'm sitting there like shaking because I'm so worried about.
But he needs you to be the responsible one.
Yeah, well, how about maybe I need some help.
So
I need to know.
Assistant.
Well, no,
to figure out if it's
kind of help?
No. I need help. Like, how about we did something permanent, like a weekly meeting?
Well, would that help you get October 9th versus September 12th?
I mean, my Google Calendar is something. I mean,
do you have a calendar?
Yeah, I use it. A Google Calendar. It's like on my lap.
The other thing you told me, are you sure?
When the guy wrote you a note and he said September 12th is the date or October 9th is the date, do you write it down immediately?
I put it right in the calendar.
So how did you get September?
I must have just got dragged up into that date. I swear. That was
then he starts giving me computer
really
stuff.
Maybe you should write it down.
Day.
I keep a book, a regular written.
So if an assistant did that with you once and got drunk on New Year's Eve and maybe some other things that I won't even get into.
No.
Like, would you trust that the schedule he now gives me is gold?
No, I would make my own schedule.
And do you realize if in my memory I didn't realize that, I would have had to start scrambling to write jokes and then...
No, it would have been a disaster.
You know what I mean? So
well,
but again, the other problem with Teddy is...
I think you should keep your own schedule, number one. That's my thought, but you're right.
I do. This is a backup. This is a total backup.
The backup's got to be rock solid.
It's clear I keep my own schedule because I knew the fuck up.
One mistake a year, okay, but this is too many mistakes. So maybe this isn't for you, Teddy.
Maybe, but they have an issue here. This is not his full-time job. And Artie needs somebody full-time.
The problem is...
Do you want to have a full-time career as Artie's assistant?
See, that's a huge crossroads because I don't know. You know, that's something I didn't come here to get a job at Sirius to become Artie's assistant. So now it's
the problem is Ted's life.
I don't know which way to go.
Is ruled by money.
Of course.
Okay, but in a different, like he's got himself, I won't go into details, but he's in a corner like a lot of young people in this country.
Why are you in such a corner?
Well, no, I got in a little bit of credit card trouble too. Nothing crazy.
Why do you live above your means? Are there things, the lifestyle you
lives above? Like
I got to tell you something. I never made any money. You know, now you look at me, oh, gee.
Right.
I never had any money. Never lived above my means.
Right.
I lived in a dive.
Right.
You see?
Yeah, well, I mean, I live...
What is it you're spending money on?
Well, I've been supporting two of us.
He's got no money.
I live with my girlfriend who has, been
why
going through school.
Why are you with a girl who's in school and supporting her? Where are her parents?
Well, her parents are here, but we just live together.
That's
ridiculous. She gets somehow.
Howard, he drives. How much is the motorcycle you drive? He has a brand new motorcycle.
Oh yeah, then
why do you have a brand? I would
never
buy a brand new motorcycle with a guy with.
He's broke, Howard. He's beyond broke.
It was like $9 grand.
$9 grand.
Yeah.
$9 grand is too much.
That's a lot of money
for a motorcycle.
Yeah, well.
And when I say, why do you have that in your life? See, but don't you understand how, now, again, look, I like the kid too, but if he has money issues, it somehow is going to affect my life.
That's
do you understand?
Absolutely,
yes.
Yeah.
He might need money in advance sometimes. He might, you know what I mean? Like, whatever happens. But
that's not good.
And so that worries me.
All right. Marianne from Brooklyn, you're on the air. What is it, Marianne?
Artie, your whole life is ruled by money. You were making plenty of mistakes. The only thing you could do is make a living. You can't keep an employee. You can't keep a friend. You can't keep a girlfriend, a wedding date. And you know what? You started Teddy out with this big grand salary. Everybody was jealous. And now, once again, you want to pull it away from him.
I don't want to pull it away from Marianne. I have given him you know how many people would have fired Teddy by now? You know how many people would have fired him on New Year's Eve?
Everyone.
Second chance, Artie, Dana, your mother, Howard.
My mother's in my life.
You haven't fired her.
That woman's gotten too many second chances. Bong hit Eric, you're on the air.
Hey now. Artie, you know what you need?
You
Artie.
Bong hit Eric?
Yeah, it's me. It's been a while. Listen, you need an assistant who specializes in miserable, pudgy, barely shaved, enormous face, self-absorbed, depressed blimps.
Is there anybody who hasn't
whining, selfish, pompous, pretentious ass baby?
No,
Is there
I
anybody who hasn't looked at the letter on HowardStern.com, Artie's letter?
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
No, but see, that's the thing. I do, in a way. I don't need another guy like me.
Right.
No,
Teddy is sort of like
so
me.
maybe you and Teddy have to sit down. Either Teddy takes on a full-time job, or maybe you really are interested
But you
in a
see, the
full-time
problem is
assistant.
Ted, that's going to throw his life into chaos.
No, it's
and I've
not.
become sort of friendly with him. Ted, it will do.
No.
you have a lot of money problems right now.
That's my problem. Don't worry about it.
And I can't have you sobbing sometimes about money.
I'm not going to come to you and say,
but you do, Ted. You do, and it's like other people have come to me at gigs and say, because you're my assistant, you get drinks from them. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that gets back to me.
What? Because you're... But
whatever, forget it.
No, I mean, no. Look. I think you need somebody definitely more professional at this. I do. I'm saying it here for the 7 million people.
No, but
I'm willing to take any repercussions, and if that's a financial one,
then
so
be it. Of course, the repercussions are financial.
That's fine, then. That's fine.
You want me to pay you for nothing?
No, but look, Art, I'm saying that it's taken a lot of courage for me to come in here and say that. I can't do it.
That's why he's not funny.
I can't do it. I mean, like, the stress. I can't even talk to you on the phone. It's like,
that's the other thing. He tells me I'm
oh! You're like, you know, like, what? You know, like, Art, hey, it's Ted. I just gotta, you got the, and by this point, fuck a schedule. I don't even know what day it is. By this point, it's like, what do you want? You're like,
but it's unprofessional.
And then I just fucking, and then of course I get the, and then
I would enjoy this
and then it's
job.
backpedaling. It's 2 steps forward and 17 back.
It is funny.
And I'm sitting there going, and I'm walking around.
And Ted is, like this. Of course, Ted has become, like everyone who brushes up against Howard, they become a little bit of a celebrity. So, of course, now Ted has become a bit of a celebrity.
How about when you bring me out on stage in front of 3,500 people and have them chant homo? How about that?
No,
and it's on YouTube and all my friends email it to me.
They chanted it.
Am I bitching about it?
And I did a disclaimer. They chanted it. I just encouraged it.
Oh, you encouraged it.
And I have no proof you're gay.
Look.
Oh,
Let me just go on record.
I'll give you my.
He's not a gay guy. He's not a gay guy.
I'm never going to sue you because of it.
Teddy has inspired me. I have an announcement for Sirius. I can't do this job.
You're not professional.
But don't you see, like, when he says that to me, Howard, my heart breaks. Like, I want to go, Ted, no, you have to. Like, yesterday he goes, I don't know, I just want to, in life, I just want to make benefits. I mean, like, he just wants to make his health benefits. I feel...
Well, he's not super motivated in this area.
And look, but what area are you super motivated in?
I don't know.
He hasn't found that area
I just want to
yet.
dance.
No. You want to dance.
If you could
Teddy,
dance, that would be great.
And I don't want to talk you out of a job, but I guess you've got to sit down.
I do need to.
Do you have a dream?
Okay, can I say one more thing?
Can I say one more thing? You have no
I
dream?
just want to. I want to live comfortably and be happy. I wanted to work for you when I came here. I got that. I've gotten every goal I've aspired for.
That's a shame.
He's such a fuck up that he's funny, and I love him. Like in a way, it's like. So we go to the Playboy. Now, first of all, look at the perks he has.
Yeah,
in the last year, he's
that part he's good at.
In the last year, he's been with me to South Beach twice.
Right.
I got him a room at this place, the 𝗪cie, this hotel down there.
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay, so he has the run of places like Carnegie Hall, Symphony Hall in Boston. He came with me to the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
We did, gigs in the Ritz-Carlton in Boston is where he stayed with me, and he's been all over the place.
He goes,
Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas, a free room.
Maybe the problem is he's living above his means because he's living your lifestyle, and then he gets home and he's looking to buy motorcycles.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Right. So now the other thing, I also trust him with my money, so he sees what I make.
Right.
Now I told him from the beginning. I said, Ted, listen, dude. You can't ever bring up in my face what I make. You can't bring it up based on what you make because that's a whole. So, and then one time in an argument, he was like, "Well, I don't make what you make, dude." I'm like, Ted, that's not the issue here. You know, if you're gonna be like that, now I can't have you see the checks. It's weird.
Right.
So we go to the Playboy Mansion. I have to do stand up there. Now, Teddy goes into the Playboy Mansion. First time I lived in LA for 5 years, I never got in. So we walk in there, very, very stressful gig. I had to do stand up in front of a group of people that were getting waited on by smoking hot waitresses, like the owner of the Lakers. No one's listening.
There's a lot to compete with.
But I got guaranteed a certain amount of money, so I had to stay on stage a certain amount of time. I stay on stage a certain amount of time, and then I have other friends coming to meet me who I invited. So there was stuff that needed to happen.
Right.
Teddy gets high. He smokes weed by the monkeys.
And the zoo?
By the little zoo that
Yeah, the little
has?
zoo, he disappeared. I don't even know
Did
where it
you
was.
smoke some weed down by the zoo?
Down by the zoo? Perhaps.
Right, okay, whatever. So, look, dude, it's weed, whatever. And he might have smoked it with another sort of B-list celebrity. But anyway.
All right.
But so it's like, so now he's high.
He can't be high when he's expected to be working.
I mean, right.
So
Now he's like, hey, dude, we're at the Playboy Mansion. I'm like, well, you're working. Do you know how many other friends of mine would have come to get high at the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah.
I paid him to come get high.
But you don't understand. He was at the Playboy Mansion. You're supposed to get high.
Of course, that was his explanation. Like, that's what his explanation is to me.
No, Teddy, this work isn't for
Teddy,
you.
you're trying to get fired. That's what you're trying to do.
I don't know, but Teddy, you can't go on a gig where the guy's depending on you. And
I know. Well, I've gotten better. I mean, that was all in the beginning, and I was a real idiot.
No. Teddy, you know what a job is.
But no, now
you'll
see me on
That was all in the beginning.
Serious?
That was all in the beginning.
I mean, in the last bunch of gigs we've had, you said every gig, you're like, good job. It's got, I don't get
You didn't make it to Pittsburgh. You didn't make it to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I told
that's my
you.
fault that the weather delayed a flight.
Get in the car and drive. That's what I did. What did I do?
They wouldn't let me off the plane. What am I supposed to do?
He's always got an excuse.
There's a lot of excuses.
But I mean,
yeah.
all right,
Teddy,
look. I don't even look. I don't know. I just wanted to be.
I want to hear the audio of Teddy is gay.
There's another great.
Let me hear that. Fred's got
There's another great Teddy.
Wait. Here's your.
What on the YouTube?
Yeah, just bring up the Tower TV volume.
Very good.
Thank you. My shining moment, everybody.
That, by the way, is at Symphony Hall in Boston.
Right.
Well, you're big time.
But
You've arrived.
Again, and it's like, but I see like hot chicks come up to him and want his autograph. They want to take pictures with him, and he's got to run a Symphony Hall in Boston. And then, okay, we go to Boston. He's got a room at the Ritz-Carlton. He invites one of his dirtbag friends, who now lies to my cousins. God forbid this wasn't my little cousin, because they'd be dead. But one of his friends comes, and my cousin goes to Boston University. So she's there with a gaggle of hot chicks. He tells one of my cousin's friends that he goes to Harvard and bangs her.
Oh, no.
The kid doesn't go to Harvard.
Right.
He bangs my cousin's friend, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know the girl that well. That's fine. And then Teddy's laughing about it. I'm like, I don't want to laugh with you about that.
Yeah,
You're not my friend. It's so low rent.
He's supposed to watch out.
It's so low rent.
Yeah, you got to take care of
I'm like, were you sure he wasn't wasn't telling my cousin he
Teddy,
went to
I heard
Harvard?
you told Tim, Jim, and Jason the wrong time for Artie's Caroline show, and they all missed the show.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Well, that was a big mess up with a lot. You know what? I tell everybody what time Artie's show starts at 8 o'clock,
Right.
and then everybody just wants to know what time Artie gets on.
I see.
But you know what?
So usually it's a 2-hour show.
You don't
Caroline's changed it on me to a 90-minute show. So
they changed it on you again.
They changed it last second. I
then
didn't
it's
know.
not your fault.
No,
Then it's
but
not
I
your
mean,
But
it's
you
not-
you have to tell people, look, that is selfish of them. Like, look, fuck you. I don't care if you don't want to see. You want to know what time Artie's show is, you get there at 8. And if you got to sit through 2 other comics, it's not my problem. Tell them that. Artie's show starts at 8 o'clock. I don't need to know what your schedule is.
Right.
They don't want to sit through 2 other comedians.
Started, and I was the last. I'm sorry. The last thing in my mind was to call back Ross Apin and Tim Sabian and say,
that was
by the way, Artie's going to be on half an hour
so
earlier.
in other words,
I'm sorry.
you fell into this assistant's job. It started out as one thing. Now it's becoming more of a responsibility.
Yeah, it's becoming a huge.
And maybe it's time for you to decide whether or not this is something you really.
But
want.
you see how it again.
Sit down with Artie.
We're
and
having
figure it
fun
out.
talking about this. I really, genuinely don't think it's that big of a responsibility.
Well, it is.
Really don't.
It is.
To get a date right.
You're talking
to not get high at a gig.
For whatever reason, he's having a hard time with it.
Really?
He can't do it, whether it's a big deal or not.
To you,
he
it's not a
can't
big
do
deal.
it.
No, to me it is a big deal. That's why I have.
No, I'm saying
not
to
good
you-
at this shit. I'm not.
Right, but he can't do it.
But like yesterday when he got the date wrong, I said, so now Ted, he goes, wow, son of a gun, look at that. Yeah, I did. I pulled that up. He goes, what happens with a computer?
Son of a gun.
What happens with a computer? He goes, but Art, what happens with a computer? So I'm like, I don't care what happens with a fucking computer.
Right,
What
the
do I care what
computer's
happens?
not the problem.
I mean, you know,
Look,
and I said, so now Ted, how are you helping me with this date? Do you want to do the gig?
Can you
I
start?
told you the date. Now we're reversing. Why don't you go do the gig now? Because I told you the date.
Could you not get high or drunk at Artie's gigs? Can we start with that?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. Thank you. Listen, I need to move along, and thank you. I hope you guys work.
He's
this
not
out.
fired. I don't want to. I really think we can work through this. I really do. I feel bad for the kid. I like him. He's a good guy.
I can see you have affection for him.
I do. I have a lot of affection for him. He's actually funny. I actually
Teddy,
think.
are you going to hang
I think
in
he'd be
there?
a better sort of comedy writer. I don't know.
I need help. I mean, I think that you have a team.
Do
of people
you
that
need
work for
an
you.
assistant?
Maybe he can bring someone else in for a little
Well,
help.
you see how Howard's life is more complicated than mine.
Right, you're a close second. I mean, you know,
I
you're
play
in
chess
here,
on the
man.
internet all day.
Yeah,
People
but
have to track me.
Howard has 3 children, and there's a lot going
Right.
on.
Okay, there's a lot going on.
He's running a big business here. I have gigs on the fucking road.
All right, Teddy, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Ted,
Teddy,
you're a good kid, Teddy.
Yes, Howard TV.
Ted, so what's the deal now? Are you gonna
Look,
resign?
I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I'm in there pleading for help, and
Artie seems willing to give it to you. He seems.
No, he's not. He's saying that he won't fire me and he won't give me help, so I have to somehow figure out how to do this by myself.
Well, that's just it. You've been given another chance, or you've been given a sort of a reprieve here.
Right, but I don't know. I'm telling him that it's not working. I need help. I need, you know, either I need to be able to focus all my time and energy on this, or he needs to bring in someone else part-time and have 2 part-time people doing 1 full-time job.
Why not revamp your approach, though? Why not take like a 2-week period where you do things completely differently and in a more organized way?
I don't know. I mean, I could try something like that, but it's tough because I'm always coming back. I mean, you got to remember, everything's coming back to this place, and first things first are my responsibilities here, and then, you know, I don't know. I have to just basically invent a whole new system for. I mean, what happened with the date was literally just a really bad, you know, misfortune, and an awful on the worst day possible. I mean, you know, that's it. Just the worst day possible. I don't know how that date got switched. And again, I just came off looking like, I mean, if you make the tiniest little mistake, it's this big when it reaches, you know.
Of course, but it seems as if he'd give you, you know, a free pass if your whole approach was more organized, and you've admitted that you're disorganized.
I'm just, look, I've had a system. I've tried different variations. Ultimately, it's impossible when I can't get through to him. I can't communicate with him. And weeks go by where I don't even talk to him. And then by that point, so much stuff gets backed up that I don't even know where to begin when I do get in touch with him. And you tell me, you know, someone has an ironclad system for that.
Right. No, there are difficulties. You know, I can see.
You give me an ironclad system for, you know, not speaking to someone who's got, you know, I need to talk to him every day. And I talk to him once a week, and if that.
Why not stop him here at the show?
He'll fall asleep for 36 hours. You've seen us in the hallway trying to. I try to bring him stuff, but it's not the best place for him to talk about stuff. He's, you know, been up since 4 a.m. He's exhausted, and then the show's going on, and it's hard to talk to him out here when I'm trying to give him stuff that he has to pay attention to, and we're standing over 15 cupcakes. So
during his break,
look,
and it's
I don't have a meeting place after this. I can't see him right after the show because of the wrap-up show is starting, and I have to be there. So then by the time he gets home, he eats a little lunch, then he's asleep, you know, because he's been up all morning, and then, you know, and then he ends up calling me late at night when he's up and I'm asleep.
So there's a lot of roadblocks.
So there's a lot of
roadblocks.
Yeah. Guys, I want it to go well, and I just want everything to be fine, but I'm failing, and I'm telling you that I'm reaching out for help, and I'm not getting it. So.
Well, good luck, Ted.
All right, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Oh, God.
really knew how to cut
Oh
costs.
my God!
So the actors.
And wait, you had to do. They had stock footage. They had books of stock footage.
Right.
And it would be Mighty Mouse flying around the moon, and it would be Mighty Mouse landing. And when you wrote the show, you had to do it so that 33% of the show was stuff they had already shot.
Whatever they had in stock.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you were working there. You're a young guy,
right.
and so were you actually an artist? You would draw some of these things.
Yeah.
And then you go and you send a spec script. In other words, you said, hey, you know what? I watched Taxi. I could write an episode of this. You mail it to them, right? Blindly. And they read it, which is very rare.
Very rare.
How did you get them to read it?
They had a policy that continued while I was there of reading all submissions.
They did?
Wow. And for some, Jim Brooks insisted on it. And that actually meant that while I was working on Taxi for 3 years, had to read these scripts all the time.
How many, what are the odds of you getting your script on Taxi? How many scripts do you think they get a day, people writing spec scripts?
I've never heard of anybody that sold their spec script that was made into an episode of TV.
When I was in college, a lot of the students there would write spec scripts for their favorite television show. I remember this. And they, of course,
Would they send them off?
They would send them off, but they would all get rejected. I mean, no one even read these things. This is why I'm amazed by this.
Remember, Grillo wrote a spec script
For The Simpsons. That's right. He was this close to having it read.
Well, you can...
When you were
you
reading,
can tell very quickly. You just have to read one page.
When you were reading the spec scripts,
yes.
How many did you read a week? How many came in?
We would let them pile up, and we'd read 40 or 50 of them. But really, you only had to read one page.
Right. So my point is that here, against all odds, your spec script got accepted, and then once it got accepted, they hired you as a writer. And you would go home and write these scripts, and then they made you the showrunner.
Yeah.
Wow. 23 years old.
Wow, kid.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good career trajectory.
I was very fortunate.
Yeah.
Plus, I learned the people that from that show, Jim Brooks and Ed Weinberger and Glenn and Les Charles. These are the best people that ever did it. So I got to learn.
At 23, were you making big money doing that? You must have been, right?
I thought I was. I was thrilled with it, but obviously, you're happy all the time, and you keep making more.
It ain't your money now.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to college.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wait, listen.
I went to Stanford.
I don't know. Sam, it's an audience listening to this. You're looking at me like I should know these things. People don't know.
I went to Stanford University.
You went to Stanford, all right.
Yeah.
So you're a bright guy, in other words.
Yeah.
You must have had a high SAT, right?
I actually, I guess I...
Were you getting laid in college, or you didn't start getting laid till you got out of college?
No, I got laid in college.
You did get laid?
Yeah.
All right, I never know with you.
He played football, Howard.
Did you?
Yeah, in college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did.
What
I didn't play football in college.
Football, high school.
I actually, I was. They were interested in me playing football there.
Yeah.
So, I think that may have helped get me into the school.
And Stanford is.
But I quit the first day of practice.
You did. You didn't want to do that.
I didn't think I was good enough.
So now you become this writer on Taxi. Then how do you end up with The Simpsons?
I was the executive producer of a show called The Tracey Ullman Show.
Right.
And The Simpsons were Matt Groening created.
Is that where you went from Taxi? You went right to The Tracey Ullman Show?
No, I went to Cheers.
What did you do on Cheers?
Same thing.
Showrunner.
Writer, showrunner.
Right.
And then I was also on the first Gary Shandling show.
The first one, not the Larry Sanders
not the one you were on.
Yeah, Gary Shandling show, yeah.
And
once you get in and they see how good you are, then the party keeps rolling. And each time you get a new job, it gets a little more money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where you get a piece of the show.
Right. Now, you didn't get a piece of the Taxi show. You didn't get a piece of
you just get residuals.
Right, all right. So then you're working on the Tracey Ullman Show, which basically tanked, but the big part of the show was they did those little cartoons, the Simpsons cartoons.
Yeah.
And you were
working
working...
these 5 to 10 seconds. They called them interstitial
Right.
Cartoons. They would come on before the commercial.
Right.
And the whole premise basically was Homer getting Bart to leap into his arms every week.
That was the first one, I think. I don't really.
You mean the point of them was to get a father to love his son, or
the son to trust his father?
They were really just kind of beats. They would go to the movies, and people did respond to them. The network got the idea of making them into their own show.
And who hired Matt Groening?
Matt Groening was hired by Jim Brooks for the Tracy Ullman Show to do those, and then the three of us developed The Simpsons into a series. And we went to, it was the network's idea. You know Barry Diller.
Right.
He's the imposing
he was the head of Fox Network.
He was the head of, I think, all Fox. And we had this meeting with him where he wanted to know about we were pitching him the show.
Right.
They wanted to do it, but we wanted to tell him what we were going to do.
Okay.
And so he's very intimidating.
Yeah.
And he's in a hurry all the time. And so he met me and Matt, and Jim introduced us, and so he heard Sam Simon and the Simpsons.
Right.
And it was this big conference table. And he called the show the Simons the entire meeting, and everyone was too scared to correct him. That's great. So he was sitting there and going like, all right, now I watched an episode of the Simons. What are the Simons doing? And it's like, so we're going like, well, they might, the kid might be going to camp and stuff like that. And then he also had in the same meeting, he also used to have a little teletype. This is more than 20 years ago.
Right.
And he had a little teletype so he could get, and he and only he could get news headlines while he was sitting there in a meeting. I mean, this was
he was a real mogul
for the day. Yeah.
Right.
And then suddenly in the meeting he goes, like the air comes out of him, and he just, he's kind of blank and quiet for a minute. And they go, Barry, what's wrong? And he goes, ladies and gentlemen, Halston is dead.
Oh, my
so I'll never forget where I was when I heard that Halston was dead.
Yeah, big news. Halston.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed all day, probably.
Who's Halston? Yeah, right. So, but then he gave a green light, as they say, to The Simpsons. And how many episodes did he sign
on? They ordered 13 episodes.
Right. Did you have the feeling that they all thought it would kind of tank? No one could have predicted the success.
No, I didn't.
Barry Diller certainly probably was like, okay, I'll approve this, but gee, I don't know,
Not
cartoon.
for much.
They actually saw, I think fans of the show know that we did a first episode that was a disaster. Right. And there's lots of different explanations for why it was bad, but it was bad. And we ended up fixing it later on, but we decided not to panic because we had another episode coming in. And
why was it bad, the first episode that you did?
The director was from Saturday Morning Animation, and he took a lot of liberties with the script. I'm not sure the script was as good as some of the other ones. There were a lot of reasons. It was the first one, but because it was an animation production line, another one was going to be coming in a couple weeks.
What you're describing is that also with animation, once you write the script and you record the voices, it's all locked in. You can't go back and edit because it's all drawn in Korea. And
no, we could edit a lot. The mouth movements are very imprecise. We could redub lines. We could take footage from other episodes. So we actually did, and we made them long so we could edit them.
I see.
So we could take a minute out. But anyway, we got this second show, and we loved it. It was what we thought the show should be. We were all thrilled, and that's the one we showed to Fox.
Right.
And it was the quietest. No one laughed.
No one liked
the
it.
entire time. And I remember Barry said, "How many of these did we order?" That was his.
You're saying you're sitting there in a room. This is your baby, so to speak. You've worked on it now for months.
Yeah, years.
Years.
A year, yeah.
And then Barry Diller sits there in the meeting watching this thing. He's the head of Fox Network, and he goes, "Boy, this is."
Well, I don't want to disparage Barry Diller.
No,
the guy,
I don't.
I mean,
he
because
greenlit the project.
Yeah,
he was smart enough to do that.
It was a thing that
were the ratings big right away?
It was the highest rated show in the history of Fox when it debuted.
That's right. And probably now Fox would probably be less likely to put a cartoon on in prime time because they're a little more successful. But I remember back then they didn't have a whole lot to hang their hat on, so you probably could get more shows approved there, avant-garde type shows, or shows that aren't necessarily network fare. They were
taking chances. I mean, that was a huge chance. I mean, it's weird to think that people were saying, can a cartoon succeed in prime time?
Right.
And then they were also saying, well, will you be able to syndicate the show?
Right.
You know, what I guess.
What kind of life does it have?
Yeah, well, you know, I guess maybe you could put on at 3 in the afternoon or something. Of course, it runs all during the day, everywhere in the world.
And because you were one of the originators, you owned a piece of it. That was probably your first time you owned something, right?
Something,
something big.
Worthwhile.
Something worthwhile.
Yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history. I mean, you made so much money in that thing, and it still makes money. It still generates money.
Sure.
People tell me people tell me, you tell me. That,
the people are Sam.
Yeah, no, well, that's really not Sam. It's everyone around. Sam tells me that there was a. I forget who told me, but at one point someone said to me, you know, Sam has a piece of the merchandising, has a piece of everything. And he goes, and do you know Sam sold his merchandising? And do you know that Sam now got the rights back to his merchandise?
He bought it back.
He didn't buy it back. It reverted back to him.
Oh, he only sold it for a little while.
The show has been on the air for so long. For so long.
It became available again.
It became available again.
Wow.
I actually, I got a really good deal on the DVDs.
Right.
At the time, there was no DVDs.
Right.
There wasn't even.
It didn't even exist.
Home video had just started, so I was lucky with the timing of that too, because they probably said, all right, fine, give him that. It won't be worth
Give it to him. It doesn't mean anything.
You had some sort of negotiation. They go, oh, well, these DVDs are worthless, so let's give it to Sam Simon.
That means less money up front. Give it to him.
That'll shut his ass up. It's an unbelievable story, really, when you think about it. Someone told me, too, that when you were 23, you wrote an episode of Barney Miller. Now, was that before Taxi or after?
I was a fan of Barney Miller, and there was a writer's strike. And Danny Arnold's company settled like a couple days before, and I just wanted to write an episode because I love the show. So I went in there, and in a day or two, I wrote an episode.
All right. So the whole point is Sam stopping by today. I want to give him a plug. He's got a show that he just got for Playboy TV.
Well, this show I don't understand.
This is a show.
This one you don't understand?
No, I don't. I understand all of your other career.
Hey, but one more question before we get to the show.
Go ahead.
So when do you get your first celebrity piece of ass? When you get out to Hollywood, you finally get famous, you become a wealthy guy, you're a big man in the industry. How old are you when you finally nail a celebrity?
Well, I've had girlfriends.
Yes. Don't be humble.
So, no. I'm just saying, my Jennifer Tilly, but she probably wasn't a celebrity when I met her.
Well, you married her.
Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly. That was the first one? That was famous?
Yeah.
Famous woman?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I think so.
Braggart.
And what was the advice
How dare
Jennifer gave
you? What?
And what was the advice Jennifer gave you when you got offered The Simpsons?
She said, don't do it. It's a horrible idea.
And then when you got divorced...
We got divorced after 13 episodes.
And she
we split after 13 episodes, and she gets a piece of everything.
What a great country.
I love that. And her advice was not to do it.
I know.
I wouldn't take it if I were her.
Well, once she called me and she was crying, and she's going like, I told you not to do the show, and it's turned out to be this amazing thing, and you're such a genius, and the money changed my life. And I thought she was going to say, I've had enough money
Take
I
it.
don't need any more. It's just, let's stop. And I'm going, go on, get to the point. And she goes,
never
I
said
just
that.
want to say, I go, what? She goes, thank you.
Thank you. So did she get half of your money from The Simpsons? No, she doesn't get half.
But
How
she
much
gets
money? How much money do you think
cares?
Jennifer gets? How much do you think she's realized over the years in terms of an accumulated wealth? How much money did you think she collected as a result of just being married to you for the first 13 episodes?
I would
give me a
guess
guesstimate.
that ultimately she will. It might be how many? It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 figures, maybe.
What do you mean? How many 9 figures?
No. He's saying, well, 9 figures
I
get
think
you
by the
what?
time it's all said and done,
How
it
much?
might hit, I
Give
don't
me
know.
a
Isn't that
number.
$100 million?
$100 million.
Maybe.
Well, I
I don't know.
Nine
don't know.
numbers could be more than 100 million.
That's what I got, but I'd say that's what I didn't want to say an exact number. But I'm
So-
saying, like, I don't think it's ever going to stop.
Right. How long were you married to her for? Like, was it a year or 2 years?
No, like 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
And you think she'll realize about 100 million off of
I
this?
hope so.
Just a little piece
I
of
would. That would thrill me to death.
it. Unbelievable.
Because it means he gets so much
Yes.
more.
Right. But
That's
isn't
what it
it? It's got to bother you somewhere.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I don't believe it.
Me neither.
I gotta tell you, it doesn't. It's the law. There's nothing I can do about it.
He's
also,
resigned
listen,
himself.
I left the show after 88 episodes.
Right.
How do you think Fox feels about me?
Yeah, but you created it, Sam. You created it, though.
A lot of people create shows and never get a dime.
Yeah,
Her
but
contribution was to say, don't do it.
Well, that is an amazing story. That really is $100 million probably when it's all said and done.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know exactly
Maybe
where they'll
that's
fall out.
Look, we've been more supportive. Give us some money.
Yeah. Let's.
I hit a $40,000 jackpot in Vegas 3 nights ago.
How much?
Oh, he just makes the money.
$40,000.
You hit you played the slot machines?
Yeah.
So what happened? You go there. How much money did you invest in the slot machine?
In this one, probably about $50.
$50. You sitting there, you're standing there playing with the old
I
ladies
just know
with the
the reason
buckets.
because you're talking about this money, and I tell people I hit a $40,000 jackpot. The reaction is always, "Oh, good for you."
Yeah. Money goes to money.
They do
Is the smartest?
say that.
Is the smartest
how
person?
nice. I was worried.
Is the smartest person in show business Jennifer Tilly?
yes.
Oh, man.
She is, right? Wouldn't you say? Because she has done the best out of any actress that I know of.
I always thought it was Stuttering John, but now it's Jennifer Tilly.
Right. Hey, by the way, I understand too. Sam took his money and actually devoted a lot of his money to helping animals.
Yeah, it's
and has
amazing.
this wonderful operation in Malibu where they bring these dogs and then they retrain them to become hearing dogs for people who are deaf, people who are blind, this kind of thing.
We also started a new program where we're training dogs to be certified assistance dogs for vets with post-traumatic stress.
So it helps people, too.
Right.
Yeah, it helps everything.
By the way, I understand because you wrote me a note. You were very upset when you heard that Scott DePace hit his dog, right? Our director, our TV director. You were unbelievably upset with him, weren't you?
But it's just, listen, this guy has so many crazy beliefs.
Right.
You mean his dog?
How did you feel when you learned that Scott was beating his dog?
There's the guy. There's
There is
the
Scott.
dog
Beating is not what I was doing.
Describe to Sam what you did so Sam can correct you.
If that's a dog's ass right there,
Go ahead.
Sorry
His
for the
ass?
people in radio. Yeah,
Right.
her ass. I would go. No.
Oh my God!
That's horrible.
You don't have to do that.
The microphones get that. And why did you do that?
I did it because that's how I've
Did that
trained
work?
all of my dogs, and it's always worked.
Well, see, the dogs are amazing because they're the ones that figure it out. You don't need to do. You go no.
You go like this.
Bark at them. You go no.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've even learned that saying no isn't even necessary. You just give them a lot of praise. You don't even have to go no.
Positive reinforcement
works incredibly well with animals.
What's the downside to smacking them on the ass? I think I've done it maybe 20 times.
20 times?
Yeah.
Wow.
To this particular dog.
Yeah, to this dog.
But you've been doing it for years.
I know you were very angry with him, Sam.
I thought, even Hitler they said was nice to his dogs. Another fascist, but I guess.
Listen, man, I love my dogs.
Scott.
You know what? I didn't hear exactly what you said. I heard it was pretty bad, and I can raise my dog however I want.
Sure, no one's
I'm not
stopping
doing anything bad to her as far as I'm concerned.
You don't need to hit your dog.
Because you have money.
You can do whatever you want. No, you cannot do whatever you want to your dog.
Well,
no, you can't. He's right. Sam is right.
Yeah,
yes, I am right.
So stop fucking it.
But you know what I meant by that. And just because you can throw money at the situation and have trainers and stuff, I'm not willing to do that when I can get the same result out of smacking her on the ass.
You mean you won't take the time to teach your dog the right thing, and you have to beat
I'll
the
teach
animal?
the dog the right thing my way.
It takes no more time. It takes no more effort. There's something in you that wants to beat an animal.
No, it's not. See, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
There's a lack of
I love
It's
that.
the same thing. It's
lot
why
of anger.
you like
Howard goes
it's
fishing.
a Republican thing.
Howard goes
No, I don't.
fishing.
Not anymore.
No, stop.
I stopped.
Then you're crazy.
No, I
Howard's
stopped.
Howard's an animal rights activist.
Was bothering me.
Don't say that, because there's a crazy guy who'll call in now and start screaming.
Yeah.
But he's not really.
Hey, by the way, your dog Cookie is on the phone. He wants to say something right now. Cookie, hi. Yeah. What are you saying?
Cookie.
You hate your owner? You don't like when Scott beats you, do you? Bark once if you hate Scott. All right. Bark twice if you
hate Howard.
If you love Sam Simon and you think he's saying the right thing. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, there you go. There's Cookie.
Great.
Cookie the pace.
The
real
Howard's a rescue Cookie.
You should see
can't have her.
Whenever I say to Cookie, I mention Scott's name. He starts to growl. Watch. Scott. Scott. Say what I'm saying.
You realize that you're the minority in this. As far as this room, no. But
and you hate minorities.
The whole country, you'd be left probably 10%. Everyone.
How does that make it right or wrong?
Cookie, bark once. Cookie, bark
because
once.
Because you're a fanatic.
Cookie, bark once if you are jealous of Jennifer Tilly. All right, that's what I thought.
Cookie with the timing of Bud Abbott.
Thank you, Cookie. All right.
Hey, looks good. Look at Artie.
Thanks, Sam.
Artie's pulling himself together.
You look good. I'm pulling it together.
All right, thank you, Scott. Go ahead. You know what? You know you're a funny guy, Sam. Scott finally is here. You finally had your chance to confront him, and I think you let him off very easy.
I think he was afraid of being hit too.
Yeah.
Well, listen, no, Sam. You don't want.
When I saw him hit that couch with such force.
Right. Ralph, hi. What do you have to say?
Quickly, Sam, tell the story of how you actually ended up with such a great deal on The Simpsons with the negotiation.
No. I'm not going to talk about that.
What is this, Ralph?
Stop.
It's Sam's story to tell. It's very interesting the way how they had to do whatever he wanted, basically, at some point.
Sam's shaking his head, not wanting to go down the road. Ralph,
we're not going to talk about.
I think it's a legal issue.
Let's go to Josh. Josh, you're on the
Ralph
air.
up?
I don't know. Well, Josh, you're on the air.
Oh, he wants to talk about his show, his poker show.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So let me do that. Yeah, quickly,
please
Josh.
Explain
I'll take a question. I'll take a question.
Go ahead, Josh. Real quick.
Hey, is this guy like Ralph's dad or something? They got the same type of lisp, I've noticed.
Lisp?
Yeah,
no, you
like
fuck the same chicks.
Yeah, but anyway, my question is, Sam, I want to know, what is the secret to taking something out of thin air to creating something? How do you come up with something out of nothing?
Sam, how do you create a hit television show quickly in 30 seconds so that this guy can go do it? He probably wants to do this kind of work and needs to quickly learn how to do it.
I'll have to say that there's a lot of kismet and fortune that have, just sometimes things click. You're working with talented people.
No,
There's a
I'm
good
going to give you the real
I
answer.
don't
Josh,
know.
here's the real answer. Josh.
You read magazines and get ideas.
Right, Josh, you got to be are you a reader? Are you a guy who takes reading and ideas seriously, informing ideas and trying to write stories?
Yeah, I read.
No,
definitely.
All right.
Read.
All right, anyway.
Sam, how do you think?
Describe to people how you think and how your thought process is.
Yeah, how do you come up with, like, what do they call them, ideas?
See Sam Simon on Sam's Game premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy
Did you see
TV.
it? Did
now,
you see any of it?
yes. Now, let me understand
What'd you
something.
think?
Well, listen, I love cards.
Yes.
And I saw 5 minutes of it, to be honest with you. I haven't had a chance to really watch the thing.
Did you
but
watch the
it's a
clip?
card game. Yeah, I saw clips.
Okay.
I saw a card game between yourself and a bunch of people like Artie and Norm Macdonald.
Playboy called me up, and they knew that I had a game at my house that a lot of comedians and comedy writers play in, and people have said it's a lot of fun. People have even said it should be a TV show.
Right.
And this kid Jason Burns called me. I met with Todd Schwartz at Playboy, and they said they wanted to film it and make it into a TV show.
Right, right. So it was very, very exciting to have this card game.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah,
it was a blast. I got to go to Vegas on Sam's dime and lose $8,000 to him.
Right. So the show is a card game. And why did you roll your eyes when Artie said he lost?
Because I don't know why he thinks he lost it to me.
I'm kidding, Sam. I'm busting your chops.
Well, most celebrity.
Who'd you lose it to?
I wrote a check
You
to
lost
Sam
it?
Simon.
Yeah, because I was fronting you the money for the game.
That's right.
So you lost it to Dave Attell.
I lost it. No, Dave Attell lost 15 G's too. I don't know. I mean, and Attell's coming in here later, and he'll explain that. He thought it was for charity.
It's kind of a fun show because it's a card game going on.
Yeah.
And even your ex-wife pops in, Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, well, she plays in my home game all the time.
And she's great.
And yeah, she's a great poker player. She's won a World Series of Poker bracelet. And her boyfriend, Phil Locke, the Unabomber, plays too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was going out with a guy who's a actual card player.
Oh, he's actually the Unabomber.
Oh, the real Unabomber.
That's his nickname.
Ted Kaczynski.
Well, Sam, I'm excited because I want you to have a success on the Playboy channel with the card game. The card game goes on, Robin. I happen to like. Well, I could watch people play cards all day.
It's fascinating, and the thing about this show is, like, usually you're watching really good players.
Yes.
And this show, you get to see like what your average neighborhood players, even though they've got some money.
It was very interesting because the part I saw, Artie was playing. And
yeah, he had some non-standard. That's what people call non-standard play.
There was 5 times where Artie had the winning hand going, and he folded.
He didn't even know?
He didn't.
He had no idea.
He totally played it wrong because you see what the other guys have in their hand. And Artie would have a low pair of threes or something, and it would even say statistically on the screen, which is interesting too. Yeah. It would say, Artie has a 75% chance of winning.
And he'd throw in his card.
And he'd throw in his card. So I'm going, Artie.
Are you sure that was Artie? I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was Artie a couple of times.
I wouldn't fold a pair of threes.
And then a couple of times you had a very big hand, and Artie didn't know how to bet. The dealer had to correct it, and he could have raised or gone all in.
Well, Artie was hilarious on the show, and he just did
That's why I felt bad for Artie.
You felt bad for him?
Yeah, because he was working so hard at being funny and at making the show, entertaining.
Right.
That he barely was paying attention to his cards. He could have won a lot of money in that game.
Well, I did win.
It upset me.
I got what you call rivered a couple of times. Right. One time by Norm.
Yes.
He
pulled a flush.
He pulled a flush.
And you had two pairs.
But how about when Artie had Artie goes, I have a straight, but he had a flush. He didn't even know it because he's so busy.
There were some things. I think he was doing a character for comedic effect of a guy that had never played poker before.
I bet $100.
All right, so now you have another chance to push all your chips in.
500 more.
Another 500, I'll make it.
Okay, so he's raising you 500.
500 more.
Come on there, Pally.
I'm all in.
I'm sorry?
Now Norm is all in.
He's all in now. Woo! Now this is some action.
Now there's some action.
How much is Norm's all in?
I got you covered.
Well, he does have $1,000 chip, I think.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Well,
We'll just count it up afterwards.
He still have you covered, I think, so it would be all your chips. You want to call?
It looks like
so left out on this
I love
one.
doing this.
Yeah.
This is the hand of the show.
I just have an 8 high flush.
Oh, that's a little of it. That's a flush. And that's two pair.
Flush gonna take it.
No, I had a flush.
No, you have ace 8.
Oh, fuck. That's not... That's not even near a flood. I kept saying, look, I hate Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
I don't like
It's called a meta game. He wants people to watch this, and then he's going to get all their money next time.
At one point, he had a high flush, and he didn't know it.
That was unusual.
Look, I play in a real game.
I know.
You know, so...
So you do know.
What is this game, though?
I play in the game with a couple of guys I used to work.
And what do you play in that game?
We play 7-card stud. We play 5-card draw.
5-card draw?
I don't like Hold'em.
Why don't you like? Why don't you like 5-card draw?
Well,
why
people
did you
don't
laugh
really
at Artie
play
for
it
saying
anymore.
Yeah,
why not?
You see, Sam is into hipness.
Is this game in black and white?
Is 5-card
Maverick in the game?
Is 5-card draw a problem because, in other words, there's not that much skill
it's like
to it?
from the Old West. No, I think there's a lot of skill to it. I just don't. It's not really what. If you say poker nowadays, people think mostly Texas Hold'em.
Because Ben Affleck played it on Bravo. I'm very rebellious, and that's my problem. I don't like that it's
I'm
popular.
actually with Artie. I like the regular games.
You like the draw game.
Well, the stud is fine.
I love 7-card stud. I love 5-card stud. That's what we play in this game. To Hold'em to me is like
5-card stud.
Yeah, well, you could play 5-card stud.
5-card stud, you practically see the guy's hand.
Yeah, but on the other hand, the 5-card draw, you're the beauty of the game is figuring out this incomplete information, and when you're just somebody has 5 cards and they draw a couple. And
we also play a game called No Peek, which is a lot like
No Peek.
We play a game called No Peek, which is a lot like Hold'em.
That doesn't help your argument about this being a real.
I'm not going to win a verbal argument with you, Sam. You created the Norm Show. But
Let's play some No Peek.
Here's what No Peek is. Everybody gets everything. I know, but let me explain to the audience. Like everyone knew. Yeah, you and John Elway went to Stanford. Everyone knows that. So listen. I'll explain No Peek for the people who don't know what it is, and I'll show you how it's like Hold'em.
You lick the card and you put it on your forehead facing out.
No, that's Injun.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's Injun. That's a good game too, but that's silly. All right. What No Peek is, everybody gets 7 cards dealt to them.
Face down?
Face down. All right? First guy, you ante up, whatever the ante is. First guy turns over a card. He's got a king. He bets based on the king.
Right.
Next guy turns over all his cards till he beats a king. So if he has a 10, a 2, then he gets another 10. Now he's got a pair of 10s. All right? Yeah. The pot gets enormous. And the juice you get as a degenerate is unbelievable. So now that guy's got 2 10s.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of skill. You don't have to.
Fuck skill. It's gambling, man.
Yeah, no, Artie, but that's not an art.
I don't give a fuck about an art.
But you can't.
What's the biggest pot you ever lost in No Peeky?
No Peeky.
$42,000.
But you can't bluff a guy out with No Peek.
I know, but I understand bluffing that. Listen,
yeah, that's the fun
on
of poker.
Sam's show, and Sam's wrong. I wasn't trying to pretend like I always forget how to play because I don't like it. And I'll tell you what,
you were really funny, and thank you for doing it.
Listen, and
why don't you do just one card to everybody?
I was being
it's the same thing.
No, it's not because the pot won't get as big.
Why don't you just?
Well, guys, you're not getting me. The pot won't get as big.
Why don't you
bet on every fucking card?
A lot of money in
why
at the
not bet on
beginning
whether
and
or
just
not
steal one card
Why
to
not
everybody?
bet on when that light bulb will blow
I'll
up?
do that with you right now for 50 grand. Listen. Here's the key to poker, right? Patience. Okay, but then it becomes like a job. In Hold'em, if the 2 cards you got are shit, you fold every fucking time.
No, you don't.
Listen,
you folded on good hands.
I know, Howard. I understand, and I was acting like a jerk off. I might have had a drink or two.
Because you were. I don't know. You were upset or something.
I had a couple of drinks. Yeah, I was partaking in some shit at that point. And
you also ate a hamburger during the middle of the game.
Because a hot chick was bringing me a hamburger. I had 8 of them. I ate her a hamburger just to talk to the broad.
Right.
And some of the chicks were smoking. So
by the way, when you shoot your show,
no one cares about me.
No, I get it. I hear it. We get it. We get it.
But you don't get it because
we get it. You like a different game.
I know, but here's the thing. Sam is a professional poker player, practically. That Unabomber guy, Jennifer, Norm Macdonald's almost a professional poker. Me and Attell play poker. So it's like, I'm not going to play one-on-one with Jordan for fucking $8,000. I wanted to have a fun time, and I did. And Sam, Sam is my brother, and I thank you for the opportunity.
What you are claiming, Artie, is that on Sam's show, it should have been you give everybody $50,000 of, let's say, fake money. They all play for charity.
No, that's no fun.
That's no fun?
No.
Well, what did you want?
I'll really lose my own money.
Right.
But I don't want to go into Sam.
Well, you can't have a game unless...
you would rather go to a casino?
No, I'd rather go to the American Dog Fund. Where the fuck you want?
On your TV show, do you win most of the money on the show? Are you? Does it prove that you're...
We made a conscious effort not to keep track of the thing. I think I may have won. Did you see the one where we all go in blind?
No.
Oh, I lost a lot of money on one.
I was actually blind for that, though. Howard, let me explain Injun to you, because this is the funny.
No, we get. I know what that is. I know what Injun is. I've seen that.
Scott DePace likes to play.
All right, listen. Sam Simon. It's called Sam's
Dave
Game.
Attell plays Jeff Ross, the great Norm Macdonald, Jennifer Tilly, Phil Locke. Who else?
It's a lot of fun.
Artie Lange. Ralph played.
Ralph is on there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
First
have to
of all, I
see
gotta...
that. Sam Simon, Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV. Sam, I wish you a lot of luck with the TV show.
You would like this to go on. You had fun.
Yeah,
I had a great time.
Well, listen.
And people that played on it had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Listen.
I did, Sam.
Let me tell you something. If this is as big as The Simpsons, there's no telling how much money Sam will make.
You never know.
Do you rerun it?
You could watch. I have a feeling this is another Simpsons.
Sounds like this might be the same magic. It has the same components.
You never know.
By the way, Barry Diller.
JD liked it.
Barry Diller said to me just the other night, he said, you know what? There's no way Sam's show can work. So, we ordered how many episodes of this?
Sam, I told you not to do it. Can I get $100 million if it works?
In fact, Jennifer Tilly herself said this was a bad idea. And you know that's lucky. Sam Simon on Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV. Check it out. See if you have some fun hanging with Sam and his card game and friends. And it's a lot of good times and a lot of hot chicks on there, too, from the Playboy channel.
Brandy Roderick.
Brandy Roderick. Beautiful girl.
Yeah. I sat next to her, Howard.
Beautiful girl.
Talk about why I couldn't concentrate.
Right.
But she's also, like, really cool.
Yeah,
she's a lot of fun.
Very nice, very nice.
That's what
she
I
actually
hear.
was very nice. But, I'm trying to play poker. I'm drunk. I got a playmate next to me. Yeah, 2 threes. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah. I felt bad for Artie. I feel like you bamboozled him.
There were a lot of obstacles there.
He was busy trying to be funny. He was busy trying to hit on Brandy Roderick.
Did you see when he hugged that girl?
When he hugged that girl, I thought they were going to arrest him.
What girl did I hug? I don't even remember.
You hugged
doing
a girl. You got in her space. You
Which
shouldn't
girl?
have. There was a girl sitting there.
Stacy. Stacy.
No.
Is he like a masher on him?
Yeah.
Am I like a masher? No, Robin. I was on there like, William F. Buckley.
But anyway, it's a fun show. It actually is.
It was so much fun to be out there with Sam and play, and with guys like Ross and Attell and Norm and Sam. It was great.
That's right. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Playboy Channel, Sam Simon, Sam's Game, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on Playboy TV.
You made the point that Sam has the ability to hire trainers and go about things in his own slow way and doesn't have to train a dog and keep it from peeing on his floor and stuff like that.
Listen, I could spend thousands of dollars and get a trainer and do all that stuff. I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather spend that money on the golf course. Thank you.
Do you think this is indicative of how Howard has changed over the years as he's gotten more money and he's siding more with celebrities and their way of doing things?
He's definitely getting more liberal, more I've got enough money, so now I can be, more liberal in my ways. And I think maybe Beth is swaying him, with the dog stuff. But I love my dog and I would never hurt it. But just because I smack on the ass, she gets the message, and that's it. It works.
Do you think there's a certain smugness about Sam, the way he goes about making his points? Because it seems like if he were able to present his point in a nicer way or a more constructive way, you might be willing to listen to him.
You know, I'm not really willing to listen to anyone around here, so I don't think anything he could say in any way would sway me unless he, I mean, if someone said, hey, I'll train your dog for free, I'd say, all right, fine, you gonna pick her up too? Maybe, but, you know, listen, when you do something and it works, my whole life I've had dogs, my whole life I've done it this way, my whole life it's worked. Well, I mean, suddenly there's a bunch of idiots in there going to tell me a new way, and that's the only way. It's not true.
And they're also trying to paint Cookie as like an abused dog, when in fact she's probably a very happy and well-adjusted dog.
You know what she did this morning? I sat on the couch as I was making my coffee to get ready for work, and she comes up on my lap and just starts rolling all around and cuddling, and she's a great dog. So she loves me. This is just a bunch of liberal spin on how to raise your animal, and it's just horrible.
Sam, was it good to? Did you enjoy confronting Scott today about the animal rights issues and stuff like that?
This is, you know, I mean, we were having fun in there, but people shouldn't hit their dogs.
Do you think your comparison to Hitler was a little harsh?
No, I think it's completely appropriate. I think his politics are driven by the same lack of empathy and selfishness that Adolf Hitler had. No, I don't think it. I mean, obviously he's not Hitler, but I think it's apropos.
Do you see any bit of his point that maybe tapping a dog on the butt is a little different than abuse, or than, you know, really making your dog fearful of you, and, you know, it's more so a quick disciplinary act rather than trying to instill fear in the dog?
There's all sorts of theories about dog training. It seems to be that positive reinforcement works the best.
Right.
So, dogs figure it out. They train themselves. Most of the time. Hitler, I apologize for the Hitler.
I'll say it. Scott's an animal. Scott's Hitler. I think Sam should hit Scott like Scott hits his dog. See if he could train him. See if he could get him in line.
If you were my dog, I'd like use a
Guys, can we not block up the hall? Like,
shut up!
Could you move out of there, please?
Scott, discipline Ron.
I don't really
Discipline
give a shit. I really don't care. Could you not block up the hall? No. Why do you always have to do an interview right in the middle of the floor?
Better on it.
I don't get it.
This is a show.
Yeah. So
this is work right here.
But you're blocking two entrances here. You can't fucking move over there.
Scott's standing right here.
Yeah.
No. Hit him on the ass. No. Come on, hit him on the ass.
Fuck that.
Get him. How are you today?
Awesome.
Welcome.
Oh, are you kidding? I'm so happy to be here.
I know you're like the super fan of all super fans.
I would have beaten Jerry O'Connell and probably Jeff Probst. No way on Jimmy Kimmel.
You can't touch Jimmy on that one?
No,
right.
Jimmy's the man, so, you know. Jimmy's also friends with Howard.
Right. He's got that inside edge, sort
total
of.
advantage. I have to pee.
So what else is
Ronnie,
going
the limo
on?
driver, has lost weight. I'm just going to throw that out there.
He looks handsome today?
Do I have my new series in the hall with Jillian or what? Ronnie does look handsome, I'm not going to lie.
Well, you do have that new series, House Husbands of Hollywood, right? Are
I
you
do.
Going to talk about that today?
I'm going to talk about whatever Howard wants.
Right.
I don't mess around with Howard. He can do whatever he wants.
You're just psyched to be here.
I'm very psyched to go. With 4 hours sleep last night, we are psyched to be here.
Jillian Barbary is here. Good. I want to speak to her. I have a lot to speak to her about. I watched her new TV show, and it is her. They're saying it's her husband's TV show. It's her TV show. She's the interesting one on the show. And looking more beautiful than ever.
She is.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right.
Hey, Jillian.
Where's my lap dance? Plunging neckline. Yeah, that's it.
I love this song. If you didn't play this song, I was going to be so upset.
We played it just for you, baby.
Thank you.
You know, it's a funny thing. I'm going to get right into this. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Jillian is the host, the co-host of of a show in Los Angeles. It's a morning show, a television morning show. What is the official name of the show?
It's called Good Day LA.
Good Day LA.
I must talk about you every single day, though.
You do, and I love it, and I thank you for that. I think it's great promotion, and you're great about it.
But you know what
and
it is?
you say many, many beautiful things. First of all, you look great, and the dress is really sexy.
Wow, thank you.
And, you know, it's funny, for someone who's such a big fan of the show, why be 20 minutes late?
Oh, my God. Okay. So we got in last night at like 10 o'clock.
Right.
Right, exactly. And I ran into Joe Buck's producer who I work with on the NFL, and he said Artie was coming on Monday on Joe Buck's show. And then we talked and da-da-da, and then I get in, and it's midnight, and then I can't sleep. Now it's 1 a.m. I wake up late. And I go, oh, my God, I can't. Okay, so we get our driver, finally, and he takes us to the wrong building. So I'm like, I know Howard's not at 30 Rock. I know he's not at 30 Rock. That's where they took us. So I'm so sorry.
I should have banged you when I was single.
Oh,
big mistake. Should have definitely given it to you hard.
Thank you.
I'm single.
I'm going to talk to you about some things.
Yes, whatever you like.
Okay, so let's get right into it.
Yes.
First of all, I watched your new show.
Okay.
I talked about this earlier, but I'm going to recap and I'm going to talk to you about it.
Okay.
And I'm worried about you, and I'm not kidding.
Why?
Okay. Jillian is her husband and a bunch of other guys who, through various circumstances, their wives all work and they don't. That's the premise of the show. It's called House Husbands of Hollywood.
Yes.
They sent over a press packet for me to watch it last night. I said to Beth, let's watch it.
Okay. And Beth has met my husband.
Hold on. I like your husband.
Met your husband.
We
Yeah,
like
he's
him.
so sweet.
Handsome guy, attractive. Yeah, oh yeah, he's real sweet. And
He is sweet.
He is sweet.
He loves Robin.
Okay. We know what he loves. And I'm going to tell you something. You know, I like you a lot.
Thank you.
And I think you're attractive and you're bright and you deserve your success and you work hard for your money. The premise of this show is all guys who, for one reason or another, aren't really working, making money, they're house husbands. The show happens to be terrific.
Wow,
We decided to watch it for about 10 minutes, we were going to give it, and we ended up watching full 2 episodes.
Wow.
I fast forward through all of the couples except for you and your husband. If the show didn't have you and your husband, it would not be successful.
Well, because we fight. You know?
That's right. Now, because there's honesty there.
My girlfriend is here, Lisa's makeup artist, and her husband is the former Dodger. Mine's the Marine sniper, but you can see why he's a Marine sniper. He's very...
Okay.
Wait, Marita Hot. I noticed, chick. I'm sorry. Go ahead. She's got a hot makeup artist.
Let me make my point, if I may.
Yes.
Okay. Jillian's show, Jillian Barbery's show, is not even billed as a Jillian show.
No.
It's more like her husband's show. But trust me, if Jillian's not on the show, no one's watching it. That's number one. Number two, your marriage is horrible. Not bad. You're miserable. You hate being married.
I don't.
And you're in really bad shape.
Howard, let me tell you, I'm like you. I get on front of put a microphone on me, I say anything. I get home and I'm a little subservient. It's true.
No, you're not subservient at all.
Well, I find that I might be a little more
How many times have you been married now?
Well, this will be 2.
All right. You're a very attractive woman. What age were you when you started to get success in television?
Well, I started at 22 in Canada, and I didn't really have success. But at 24, I moved to Miami.
You moved to Miami, and you became a weather girl.
Correct.
Obviously, because of your beauty and your personality, you become successful, and they move you to L.A.
Yes, I moved to L.A. when I was 26, and I've been on that morning show since I was 26.
Right.
Yes.
And you are the reason people watch the morning show.
Well, that's very nice of you to say.
Well, it's not because of Steve, and it's not because of the Lucy, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know her name.
Right.
It's because of you. You're fun to watch.
Thank you.
All right. And you say what's on your mind, and you're
do.
interesting.
Thank you.
So you had at what point do you get married the first time?
First time I got married, I was 28. And
It was a guy named Barbary, right?
Correct.
Okay. You took his name.
I did.
How long did that marriage last?
Well, let me see. I go by how long I paid alimony for it. I paid him alimony for half the time.
You paid alimony.
Correct.
How much money did you pay this guy?
Well, it's like an equation. They put the figures in a computer, essentially.
Right.
We were together 7 years, so I paid him alimony for 3.5. You pay half the time you're married. And
why do you end up paying these guys alimony? Do you always marry guys who don't earn a living?
He was a Major League Baseball player.
Why did you have to pay him?
Because in California law says whoever supports the marriage supports the divorce. So everything that he earned, he said would be for our future. We didn't have a future. And so because I paid the day-to-day bills, our mortgage.
But he had plenty of money. In other
Correct.
words, he had saved money.
But I didn't take, you know what, my attitude was this. We divorced, we had no children. He was 30, I was, 32.
Right.
And I said, I just want out. And this is the equation. My lawyer said, look, he's going to take, it was like $5,500 a month. He could have taken $14,000 a month. He took $5,500. And so he said, let's call it a day. And so I did. And I paid that for 3.5 years. But I didn't care. I just wanted out of the marriage.
Do you have a prenup with your current husband?
No, I do not.
You do not?
No.
You didn't sign a prenup?
No, I did not.
Wow. Wow.
I'm a sucker for love.
I don't know what money you make in L.A.
How did he get you to do that?
He didn't get me to do anything. But
chloroform.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Subutex.
I don't know what
Nice.
I do not know what you earn.
I do really well.
Are you a millionaire?
Yeah, well, you know,
you
I make
are.
that a year. It's
You make
not-
$1 million a year. Around the $1 million
Exactly.
a year.
But Jillian, you listen to this show every day.
I know, but what does that mean?
Okay, I'm
Did you
going to
make
tell
Beth get a prenup?
Yes.
Of course.
Now, let me tell you something.
Robin, I don't listen to myself. I bullshit on air every day. I tell girls I'm like, girls, you better get a prenup. I say it on TV all the time. Get a prenup.
All
Don't
right,
be silly.
I want you to calm down and listen to me carefully.
Yes.
I watched the show.
Okay.
You're very interesting to watch on TV. I like it.
Thank you.
And I think my audience will like this show, House Husbands of Hollywood, because of you.
Well, thank you.
And the other couples are bores. You guys are interesting.
Well, at least-
and Grant, I like. It's not that I dislike the guy. He's a handsome guy. He's a nice guy.
Right.
But whatever chemistry the two of you have, it's horrible. Now, let me describe.
We're definitely listen. We're going through. I'm
the
not gonna
first
lie.
episode,
we're going through a hard fucking
You
time right now.
goddamn right you are. Because the first time,
It ain't easy.
the first time I'm watching this, and it was very honest. You're having a little dinner party, and your husband's working hard. He's trying to make a nice meal for everyone.
Yes.
He's watching your daughter. I don't know how much of that is bullshit, but he seems to really care about the kid.
Truly does.
He does.
Howard.
He seems like
his
a-
daughter. He's an
Yeah.
amazing father.
He seems like an amazing father.
He is.
You say to him, let me serve champagne to my friends. He goes, no way. You can't tell me 7 minutes before people get here that we can't have champagne.
Have we mentioned he's a former Marine sniper? Yes.
I don't care what he is.
But they are regimented. They're black and white, and I don't work that way. I'm like a fucking whatever girl.
But wait a second. It is not unusual to say to your husband before some friends
know.
come over, I think we'll serve champagne. It's no big deal to pop the lid, so
Right.
to speak. What was the problem? And you're rolling your eyes. You hate him. You hate him.
Howard, my God, I love the man.
You're rolling your eyes. You're thinking he's jerky.
No, I think that he's got issues. He's a little uptight. Absolutely.
Then in the next episode, and then in the next episode, you're there with your husband. You're the breadwinner.
Correct.
You were living on your own. You were doing just fine. You went shopping. You're a hot chick. You got to look hot for that. The reason people watch you on TV is you dress great.
Well, thank you. But people assume that I'm like Kelly Ripa where they give me clothes. They don't. I've bought my own clothes for 20 years on TV.
So you say to your husband starts complaining about what you spend on clothes?
Right.
And to your credit, you don't even say to him, hey, listen, Jack, I'm earning the money here. How dare you sit and tell me? Well, why don't you go get a job, and then we'll worry about it.
Well, I did say, some women, I'm friends with a girl who's married to one of the most successful agents in Hollywood, and he's just like Uber agent, and he owns the and they're really rich, and she puts money on his credit card, and he could give a shit,
Right.
So I did say that. I said my friends spend their husband's money and nobody cares.
There is a huge issue between you and your husband that you're earning the money and he isn't.
Well, especially since he's a Marine.
You mean for him there's an issue?
Yes, there is. There's
but
resentment.
Howard, I'm a big fan of therapy, and we're working through some stuff right now because I do love him. I want this.
Your
it will
marriage is
work.
going to end in a divorce. There is no
Howard,
question.
it
I
really is
watched the
not.
show. Listen, you're putting it out there for people to watch.
Correct. Here's the thing.
When you watch it, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't say this against Grant. I like Grant. I met him at my wedding. We had a great time together. He's a sweetheart and a handsome man.
Really handsome.
But you're not in love anymore.
Oh, no, I am.
No, you're not.
Absolutely. And here's the thing.
Why don't you be honest?
He and I would never be anything but with you.
What did you tell Robin when you went out to dinner?
What did I tell Robin?
Well, now, I never said she didn't say she was in love with Grant. She said that throughout the dinner.
That's right. I love the man.
But the thing she said about marriage, I was so depressed after that night.
Oh, Robin,
You
don't
hate
turn on
your
me
marriage.
now. No, I said, well, what did I say?
You said, don't get married to me. You said,
don't get married to me. I said, Robin, you don't marry me.
Oh, if I was married to you, if I was married to you, things would be just fine. Don't worry about it.
She
First
kept
of all,
saying, Robin, you don't want to do this to your life.
All right.
That's what you said.
What is bad
because
about
you
marriage?
don't want to get married.
What is bad about marriage?
Well, I think marriage is a compromise, obviously.
Right.
And I think that I looked at those episodes. It's funny, Howard. You know, this will be like a shrink session. I did this show thinking, I pushed him into it. He said, I don't want to be a fucking reality. This is stupid. And I said, but it'll be fun. You'll be working. And I thought I'd come in a couple episodes and be like, hey, in the background, I'm home from work. What's up? They would strap mics on me.
Of course, you're the interesting one.
It was silly in the sense that, I mean, there's a guy, Charlie, that's in it, the former bank robber. His wife, you never see her. We all got paid the same amount.
I don't even know that he's a former bank manager, bank robber, because I fast forward through him.
Oh,
it's about you.
He was called the gentleman bank robber. He actually robbed banks and
Doesn't
spent
matter.
time and everything.
You and your husband are the interesting ones on the show.
Well,
you know what Beth said to me? I could watch Jillian and her husband 24 hours a day.
They should never take the cameras off?
Don't take the cameras off these two, because you're ready to explode. The marriage is about to end.
But wait, you haven't seen all the episodes. There's some other very romantic episodes and wonderful. Anyway, so the point is this. That
what
we are
do you
working
hate about
through.
marriage?
What do I hate about? Okay, so I was telling you, I was watching the episodes, and what I saw, because I get obsessive. I'm like, look, everybody, he didn't want me to open the champagne. Isn't he freaking nuts? And then I realize I'm the fucking crazy one running around, obsessing,
I'm gonna tell you
trying
what
to
you
get
hate.
people to see how crazy and uptight he is.
You're a hot girl. You had a great little thing going.
Yeah,
you had
I
your
still
own
do.
house. You resent having a child.
Oh my God!
No.
You don't.
Now you're insane. Those are fighting words.
And by the way, you don't put your daughter on a countertop and let her run around on a countertop while your friends are
Did you see the
eating.
size? It's bigger than this room. They're
No.
So rich, our friends.
You don't do that. That's an accident waiting to happen.
It's not.
It was as if you wanted danger.
Oh my God,
That's
Howard.
right. I watched everything.
We need Dr. Keith Abloh in here right now. That is
You need
not
help
the
with
case.
this. No, we don't. Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Here's what the problem is.
Okay.
You fell in love with a very hot guy.
Yes.
Very handsome, a gentleman.
Happens
nice
to all
guy.
of us.
Yeah, that's right. Very, very sweet guy.
You fell in love with Norm.
You had a great time going.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Then the baby comes. Now you fight over free time. Do you know how excited this girl is to be in New York by herself?
Oh my God, I love New York.
Yes.
And she's without her husband and without her daughter. You know how happy she is? If she was going to be honest and tell us, you were bursting with excitement on your TV show yesterday.
The truth is that I tell my husband, he said, "Oh, a trip to New York," and I say, "Well, not for you," because I like to bring. I call them my pussy posse. They're my girls, and we hang, and we had dinner with Robin and Ralph, and we had such a great.
All the girls.
You say we had a great time.
Yeah, all the girls.
We had a great time, but you sat there and complained about your marriage
No, I
the
didn't,
entire
Robin.
evening.
Please
Robin,
tell me I did not.
Tell
I
the
just
truth.
said.
But you don't realize what you did. You know, like I came away and I was like, I was like, Jillian's miserable. I feel so
I am
bad for
so
her.
not miserable. I said that we were going through a rough time and that it's work.
And
let
what
me
you
tell
were saying, though, was, Robin, don't do
Yes.
this to yourself.
Well, I love you.
Why
Looking out
would you
for you.
say to Robin not to do it to herself if you're so happy?
I listen, I think that marriage, it's ebbs and flows, and it works sometimes, and sometimes you want to fucking kill the other person.
Do you yearn to be with another man?
No, that's the one thing I do not yearn for. I mean, other than you. No, I'm kidding.
I'm serious.
I do
Throw
love
a rock
you.
in this room, you'll hit someone she wants to bang.
No. I don't. I mean, he's absolutely a beautiful man, and he's a good-hearted husband. He just has little hang-ups.
All right, but how much
and
more?
And so do I.
How much more of the marriage can you take, honestly? Let's be honest. Let's really talk if you want to get down to it. You like honest radio.
I do. I love honesty.
How much more of this can you take?
I'm not going anywhere. I love this man. I'm making it work.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not based on what I saw on this show.
Yeah, we've been married for 3 years, and let me tell you, at first, I'm not going to lie, we got married after 3 months. It was like a bliss.
Oh, you're kidding. You only knew each other 3 months?
No, we actually knew each other 5 years, but we dated and then knew, we knew.
Why wouldn't you sign a prenup with this guy? You know your track record with men. You know that you're unhappy.
I was married once before.
I mean, what do you think marriage should be like? Don't you think it should be a little more harmonious and fun?
I think it should be easy.
Why don't you have a housekeeper? You make $1 million a year. It's clearly putting stress on the marriage.
No, I do now. We do.
You have a nanny?
We just hired a girl 2 weeks ago. Our baby's almost 2. But I think that was one of the biggest strains on our marriage. We just hired
because you want to be running around. He wants to be running around. And
I don't want to be running around. That's the problem. I'm a fucking homebody. I get off the air and I want to go and sit at home, Howard.
You want to sit at home and attend to yourself. You're a narcissist, and that's not a bad thing.
I want to be with my daughter. I want to hang out. He's more out there. He's young. He's 36. He likes getting on his bike and taking off, and I don't like that. I don't want to go anywhere.
One of those guys.
Yeah, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to talk to people. I want to go to my bat cave. I call it the bat cave. I get home from work. I don't want to know from anybody.
Are you tanning a lot? What is going on?
Just a spray tan.
Oh, this is spray tan.
Yeah, I don't do real tan. Thank you. I don't do real tans.
Titties look amazing.
Wow, thanks.
They're fake,
they're real.
Right?
Nope.
It's
real.
Unbelievable how good they look.
100% real Canadian bacon.
I should have banged you.
Wow.
I made a mistake there.
I love that 𝗛cie Everhart came out and said that you were the best, but I knew that. I said, this guy is sensitive. He's going to be a wonderful lover. It's got to be.
Please. You know what
I know that.
I put out for a girl. I go crazy.
Me too. You got to do that.
He wants a good report.
Listen, I live for those good reports. Believe me.
She gave you, and so did Robin Givens. I mean, you really have you do. You know
I'm
that.
Good at it.
You are. And now
good.
Beth is so happy with you.
Oh, my
But you
God.
guys have your moments. I know that,
No.
yes, you do. Howard, don't lie. Absolutely
We
you
don't
do.
have the pressure you and your husband have.
What's the pressure that we have?
You have the kid. You're making. It's very odd when the woman makes the money. It always becomes
Is
an
it?
issue.
For
Of
the guy?
course
No,
it
it
is.
Not for the woman.
Why is it? You don't think that's odd for your husband that he has to go for you for his living? That he has to make. He can't support you.
Not for me. That is old school.
Yeah, but I'm that way too, man. I guess it's new school too. Well, I'm 41.
Let me say something. When you get married, it's a marital situation. The money that comes in is the money of the marriage.
Oh,
and
yeah?
how the
Absolutely.
family
I don't look at it like that.
supported.
Every woman
agree with
fantasizes
Robin.
that
I don't.
there
I
was
never
a
did.
man who would take
Howard,
care of them.
I never grew up fantasizing about a man taking care of me. I think because of the background that I had, because I was adopted and I kind of, I came out of the womb fighting, and I've always been a fighter. I've always been on my own. I've never had a man take care of me. And now that I've met and married these guys, I don't care that I'm paying. It means nothing to me.
Your morning show.
Yes. God, I love this music. Thank you, Fred.
Your
Where is
morning
Fred?
show, right over there. Your morning show,
Where?
right over there, behind you.
Are you a fan of the show, Jillian?
Jillian, your morning show.
Yeah.
Was syndicated for a while all around the country. What happened there?
They fired my ass.
Now, I heard you left.
Yeah, that's what they told. They said, if you want us to pay out your contract, you will leave on Friday. We'll give you a week. I can't believe they gave me a week. I could have said anything during that week, but I didn't. And they said, just say that you're moving on to other things, and we'll pay out your contract.
I see.
So I did. I said,
why did they fire you?
I don't know.
Was it determined that you were bad for the show?
Well, when they fired me, ratings dropped 30% right away. So I don't know that I was bad, but I do think that they felt I was a little too... I don't know.
That's weird.
You know what? I'm speculating. They never said to me. They just said, we're moving in a different direction. See you later.
How's the sex life with your husband? Is it good?
Oh, my God.
Really good? Because you said you told me years ago that you're pretty frigid, that you couldn't have an orgasm. There was a lot of problems.
Well, I had a lot of hang-ups back then, yeah. I mean, because of the shit that I went through.
You were abused.
Correct.
That's right. I remember the rocks were put in your vagina.
Yes.
It was very upsetting. Who did that to you again? I forget.
Some horrible girl back in Canada. She was in the 8th grade. She was a nasty nightmare.
How did she
Looked
get?
like a dude.
She held you down and
Yes.
forced rocks into you.
Yeah.
And that obviously gave you problems in terms of what you want to
That
do.
and other things. But, I got over it. I mean,
How many rocks? How many rocks can you take in there?
Well, they were very small pebbles. Okay, I have a small vagina. Yes, they were very small pebbles. I just want to throw that out
Do
there.
you feel she was a lesbian and she was attracted to you?
I would imagine. But you don't have to be, I mean, it's one of those things that I got through, and now
Do you have
sex
any
is wonderful.
sexual things where you like someone to hold you down and do things against your will?
Absolutely.
Do you think it's
that's for my husband and he's a Marine, so he's got tons of guns. So we used to have fun, like gunplay like that.
Like what would he do?
And I
Hold
would
a
tell
gun to
him-
your head?
Yes, one of our first encounters.
Oh my God!
Why is that like really out there?
One of your first encounters with your husband was he held a gun to your head.
That sounds familiar.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was loaded. I said, don't even tell me. I don't care.
Really?
You know what we did? We were dating, and this is a true story. And I said to him, you could come to the house. I lived on my own, obviously, at the time, and come in the middle of the night and just, like, rape me. But just, we'll have some fun with it, you know?
Right.
And
Rape
so,
fantasy, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he brought the gun, and that's what he did. And he left, and he didn't even, like, no, we didn't even talk the whole time.
So he worked it out where he broke into your house, kind of.
Yeah.
And did he wear a mask and all of that?
No. We didn't go to, I didn't have to wear the
And what did
Gary
he do?
monkey mask.
Did he throw you down and tie you up?
Yes,
He
essentially.
tied you up.
Well, I don't know that he tied me up, but he certainly pinned me down.
What, did you know he would break in that night?
Yes.
You knew that was planned?
Yes.
All
yes,
right.
I did.
And he walks in, and what does he do to you? Does he rip off your pajamas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He
It
did.
was the whole thing.
Do you sleep in pajamas?
It depends. It depends on what I sleep. You know, what I'm in the mood
So
for.
he walks in.
Yeah.
You're wearing something.
Yes.
He rips your clothing off.
Correct.
Does he scream at you and tell you, look, this is a robbery, get down?
I don't think he went that far. He didn't say get down, but
He ripped off your clothes.
yeah.
And
oh,
you're
yeah.
totally nude. And you have no hair in your vagina because you laser
None.
it.
God, yes. How do you know that? Did I tell you that last time?
You
too?
did.
You know what it was? I figured I made so much money at that time. I said, this is throwaway money. I might as well do it now because one day when I'm poor, I don't want to be hairy and poor. I'd rather be bald and poor.
Does the laser vagina hair
Doesn't
removal, did it work entirely?
Oh my God. Bald as an eagle, and it's been. And I
And it
did my
never grew back.
underarms like 7 years ago. Nothing.
I don't believe it because
Yeah,
I
I
went
have
for
nothing.
that. I went for it on the back of my arms,
Yeah.
and it grew right back.
Well, how many sessions did you go? Do you
About
have
5. You're supposed to do 6.
to? Yeah, you
but
do
I
6
just
because hair grows in cycles. 3 cycles. It's like a whole thing. I could be a fucking electrolysis. at
and
this
you
point
never
and
got
wax
any
it.
more hair in your vagina.
Nothing.
You're totally bald down there.
Yeah.
There's nothing. If I looked right now, I'd see nothing.
Yeah, nothing. And it's funny because some guys think that that's like pedophilia.
I don't
and they
believe
don't
you.
dig-
I think I should see it. I really don't believe it. I should touch it, see if it's smooth.
Can I
It's
check if
smooth.
her tits are real?
They're definitely. I said
After
I would
I
do
check
that.
her vagina, you can check her tits.
Thank you, Howard.
Tyra Banks did it, the mammogram, to show that it's
Right.
real. Yeah, they're real.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
What are you, a D? Are you a D cup?
No, I'm a C.
You are? Wow,
Yeah.
you look huge today. What do you got, a push-up bra on?
I don't have a bra on.
Wow.
It's a halter thing.
How firm are your breasts after
They're-
a kid? After having a kid? Look at
My
that.
husband, he always says it's the best. They're very pretty natural boobies.
They are.
They look
How are
like
your nipples? Are they huge?
tiny and brown.
God, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
good for
they're
you.
good. They're
You're a pretty
good.
girl.
Thank you.
And so, let me understand something.
Hello, Arthur.
The guy,
they're nice.
the guy comes in. He breaks in.
Yeah, the husband. Yeah, well, the husband. Now he's a boyfriend at the
He
time.
breaks in.
Yeah.
And the fantasy is that he's going to take you against your will. And what does he do? Does he tie you up?
Well, I think he just pinned me down. There was a lot of sex talk.
There was
and-
no rope involved?
No, but there was a gun.
There was a gun.
A real
involved.
gun. I mean, this was like, I don't know what, it was like a 40, like one of those.
And what does he do? He puts it to your head?
Yeah, the back of my head. He was,
And that
I was
turned
on
you
my
on?
front. Oh, yeah, it was great.
Don't you think that that's a result of the girl putting the rocks in your vagina?
No, God, no. No. Otherwise,
then-
I would have said, use a boulder on me.
And when
Hit me in the back. Cold cock me with a boulder.
So there's no foreplay.
All right.
He just shoves it. He shoves it right into you because he's
Well-
raping you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in other words, he doesn't try to get you off. He rapes you.
Correct.
Wow. And you're totally wet for this because that turns you on.
He's so. My husband's a very sexy guy, so
Right.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And let me tell you something. We got married 3 months after that.
Yeah.
got pregnant 3 months after that. So there was, it's like now, being a mom, it's not like we're running around with gunplay and,
Did you stay in the role the whole time?
Oh, yes.
And then,
he left and, I didn't call the cops. That would have been funny. That would have been really staying in the role.
Well, I hope your marriage does work out. Everything Robin told me and everything I saw on this show of yours.
No, I never got the impression that she's bailing. That's one of the things she said, too, that she's going to make this work because, she doesn't want to do this again. And
I love him. I love him.
What kind of shoes are you wearing?
Louboutins.
Yeah, nice. You know how to
I love that stripper shoes are now suddenly like high fashion.
They're high
it's
fashion.
fabulous.
Because they're
Really?
Right?
When you were single, oh, by the way, you're friends with that new judge on American Idol, 𝗛cie𝗄𝗿𝗍.
I like her a lot, yeah.
I didn't like her, but when she took off her clothes at the end of the season, she was very hot.
Way to close it.
People got on her case for that, but you liked it.
Oh,
I loved it.
Come on.
Why wouldn't he like it?
Yeah, and
No,
anytime
I'm
a girl...
just saying, I read a lot of bad things about it.
Anytime a 38-year-old girl will go up against a 21-year-old idiot. And look, the girl, she's got a smoking body, bikini girl.
Right.
But it's not a fucking bikini contest. It's a singing and she was an asshole to Kara about it. She was just an asshole, even after the event. And
Kara was out of line. She was mean to the girl. She was a young girl.
Come on, she wasn't out of line.
She was a young girl. You don't sit there and make fun of a girl. She's dumb.
Showed her
what?
up. She said that's not how the song should be sung, and Kara sang it and knocked it out of the
What's
park.
her story?
And it pissed off that bikini
She seen any guys?
She's engaged.
Oh, she's engaged. And what's her deal?
She's really just a cool lady. She's written. She's so prolific.
Is she marrying a guy that she has to support?
Well, look, I think her library in and of itself. I think she sold her. They call it catalog.
Yes.
It's not like Beatles or something, but she has so many hits. If you look down, you see Pink, Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson. She's written hits for Enrique.
Is she a multimillionaire?
I would imagine she sold her
So
catalog.
you're friends with a lot of these multimillionaires.
No, I'm not.
You have a lot of celebrities.
I have a lot of friends that are women that are strong that make their own money and stuff.
Are you friends with Stuttering John now? Is he your best friend? Someone said to me.
Susanna Melendez.
Oh, you're
I love
friends
her.
with Susanna.
Oh yeah, I love
Poor
her.
girl, huh?
I love her.
She's a terrific girl.
She is one of life's true jewels, and she loves you, Artie. When I was at Howard's wedding, I said, I wanted to say hi to Artie because I loved your book and I promoted it in LA.
And she's good friends with Beth too.
No, and thank you.
She is,
for
of
that,
course.
by the way.
And so Artie walked by, but he was ready to do your speech, and I think he was nervous. But I take everything personally. I'm like, oh, Artie thinks I'm an asshole, and so I was like, hi, Artie, and he's like, hey, and he kept going, and I told Susanna, I obsessed about it for days. She's like, relax. Artie was
uptight about making the speech.
Of course.
I was. I mean, it's Howard. He asked me to do it. I'm chewing. You're kidding me. I buzz balls. I love you. And Susanna is the greatest person ever.
And that she
Did
loves
you date David Spade after your divorce?
Spade and I hung out for a little bit, yeah.
David seems to get every hot chick on the
He's
planet.
stealth, man. He goes underneath the radar.
You know
what
it
is
is?
it?
It's his humor. It's the same.
He's got something, right?
Oh my God,
He's
Howard.
got that certain something.
Absolutely.
And so he had intercourse with you?
We did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
How was he as a lover? Is he good?
He was great.
So
he was
what happened?
Absolutely great.
He banged you?
Yeah, but you know what? For a while, I don't want to say I was like a guy, but I just wasn't into relationships. I was known as like the kissing bandit because I was so afraid of disease.
Right.
I would go out with guys and just make out. And then that would be it. Like Mark McGrath and I made out one night, and I was like, okay, I don't want to take it any further because he's probably been with a ton of girls.
But if you're afraid of disease, why date Spade?
Well, you know what? Because I love David as a friend. We were friends first.
What kind of gun did he hold you at?
He didn't. See, that's why it didn't last.
Right.
And so, and then, who else did I make out with? Ryan Seacrest. I made out with him when he first moved.
Really?
Yeah, don't judge.
You're way cooler than that.
Don't judge. He was
He's a handsome guy,
he
but
had just moved to L.A. and we were friends. I took him.
How did he become friends with you? That he just moved to L.A. and what was he doing? I mean, how does he get in your world? How does he know you?
You know what? I was friends with his radio co-host Lisa Fox. They did a show.
All right.
And we used to go to this place called Club Vinyl, and there was a Dan band went there. I don't know if you're familiar. I know you are.
Why would you make out? Wait a second. Why would you make out with him
Yeah.
And then not go further. He's a handsome guy.
Because I did that with Jenna Jameson too. I'm like the kissing bandit. I make out with people and then I run home.
But
and
why did you
by
bang David
myself.
Spade then?
Because I was already friends with David. I'm not good. He was the only celebrity type that I went out, took it that far. Because everybody else.
You became single. He contacts you, and he says.
No, we were always in contact. I've known him for like 15 years.
And he says to you, Jillian, look, let's go out. Let's hang out a little bit.
Yeah, we just hung out. It was no big deal.
And how did it come that you go from friends to him fucking you? I mean,
well, we just did it, I think, once or twice, and it was like,
where did it
whatever.
take place? In his house?
Uh-huh.
He told me he has that move. He doesn't like to take a girl out. He gets him in the house and says, it wouldn't be good if we were seen.
I don't like going out anyway. I'm not. I'm not that into the scene or whatever. So, and LA's so fucking phony. And
what are you doing? You having dinner with him one night at his house?
We're just hanging at his house.
What were you doing at the house?
Goofing on people and watching TV. And
drinking a little bit.
I don't recall drinking. I don't think he's a big drinker.
No.
Yeah.
And then how does he make his move? He just starts kissing?
I probably made the move. I don't know.
You started kissing him and you gave him oral?
Wow. Probably.
Wow.
I don't know why I wouldn't.
But you're good at it.
I do like it.
You do like it.
Although when I was pregnant last time, I was doing it to my husband, and this is such a nasty thing, but the baby rides high, and I was doing it, and I had just eaten a Waldorf salad, and I went, oh my God, I feel my gag reflex, and I all over his.
You vomited on his penis.
Yeah. Yeah. What a sight.
So did his ex-assistant.
Whoa. Hell.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really nasty. Poor
So
guy.
you vomited on your husband's penis?
I did.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Believe me, you should see mine. You'd vomit a lot. So so with Spade though?
Yeah.
You had oral with him?
I think
and his penis was a big penis? Or nice size?
I don't remember it being big, but you had somebody on recently that said it was big, and I was like, oh, was it? I don't remember that. It was so long ago, but he was great.
He's a great lover. He's an expert lover. Wow. He has to be.
He's got to be at this point, right?
With a woman as hot as you are, and you're very sexy.
Thank you.
Was he able to hold out a long time with you? Are most of these guys able to hold out?
I don't think so. I'm not like the kind of girl that's like, oh, give me the romance and I'm like a dude that way. I like to get in and nasty. And
I think with you, I'd put it in and I'd probably last a second or two. I mean, that would be it.
Yeah, I don't recall it lasting a long time.
Did you achieve an orgasm?
No.
You did not. Not
no.
with him.
No. You know what it is? I need to feel really safe so I can be really out there, like with my husband, and that's we have toys and we have talk.
A gun.
It's nasty. A gun.
You require a lot of foreplay?
A gun would be a toy. No.
Yeah, do you ever like a guy just to get on top of you and put it in?
Hello?
Yeah.
The gun episode.
You don't need him licking you?
Don't need the whole shebangy bang.
You don't need
Sometimes
it.
It's nice, but I don't need it.
You don't need it?
Nope.
What a fascinating girl. Listen, Jillian Barberie is on House Husbands of Hollywood, premiering August 15th at 9 p.m. on the Fox reality channel.
Now that
Robin.
Build up.
Well, now that you know Grant, it'll be interesting for you to see.
Why are you obsessed with Fred on the show out of all the people?
I've always loved Fred. I just
Did you know this, Fred?
She knows I have a gun collection.
I fell in love at the first time when he was doing the 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗓.
𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗍 Jr.,
Yes.
one of his best impressions.
This thing about like power or something.
I don't know.
And
but
Nazis.
Would you like him to visit you at your house as 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗍 Jr. and his...
Yes, I would. It'd be very nice.
So, yes, it is depressing that Robin went to dinner with you and you complained about your marriage the whole time.
We had a good time. No, I didn't the whole time. We had a great time.
I felt a little bad. I felt like, oh my God, Jillian's not happy.
No, I'm very, very happy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I truly am.
I saw the show, honey.
I don't have to worry.
When your husband...
Marianne!
1 second, Marianne. When your husband calls you...
Yes.
Babe. Like, you can tell he's just totally annoyed with you, and you're calling him dude.
I call everybody dude, though.
No.
I'm so...
Honey, you don't call me dude.
I do. I did
No, you
earlier.
don't.
Yes, I did. Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Jillian. You know what I'm thinking? You're my favorite super celebrity fan of Howard's. I'm surprised you were late. And I'm thinking that you're telling Robin that she shouldn't get married because she would have to support a man. Because at this stage in her life, Robin would be like the super breadwinner. Don't you agree?
Well, I think at this point for Robin, it would be hard for you to find somebody.
That was basically the conversation.
But I'll tell you what, Robin's going to be signing a prenup. I won't let her get married unless she does.
But her hand, you'll have to help her, Howard.
I'll break her other hand.
I know, my God.
Jillian, when is
It's like a the satellite dish on your hand.
And take that yelling.
Yeah, I'm bringing in.
I can't believe you the rollerblade. You know, I used to figure skate. I could have gone rollerblading with you and helped you out.
Jeff the Drunk, you're on the air.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, Jeff the Drunk.
How you doing, babe?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Could you please do me a favor?
Uh-oh.
Would you get on that Sybian?
Jillian, when are you going to ride the Sybian? Really, you're a super fan of the show.
I am. In fact, can I tell you, when we did the Superfan Roundtable,
right?
It's so funny because
that was a good show, by the way. I listened.
Thank you. I hardly was participating because I'm the type, I'm like, I have verbal diarrhea. I want to talk about everything that you've said, everything you've done, all the nuances of the show.
Right.
But it was Natalie and Jeff Probst's show, so I kind of had to sit back, and that was so fucking hard for me to sit there. And even when they did the celebrity Superfan Roundtable, and it was Jerry O'Connell, I beat Jerry. I was playing in my car at home. I beat Jerry. I beat Jeff Probst. I did not beat Jimmy Kimmel.
Right, Jimmy's good.
Like, but he's also your friend, and he vacations with you and stuff like that. So he's got that edge.
But you were talking about the Sybian.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Now,
Jeff, yes.
Now, what about it? Don't you think you should be a celebrity Sybian ride? I mean, it's really your obligation to do that.
Please.
Well, I realize that it is. I don't know. I'm not wearing any underwear today.
Neither was Meryl Streep when she was on it.
Is that right? You're not wearing underwear?
I never
You don't wear
do.
panties?
I never do.
With that little dress?
He has a bunch of them there.
Why don't you sit on the Sybian, keep your dress on?
That's the thing. I'm terrified of germs.
We got a bunch. I'm terrified
But it's a brand new piece. It's clean. It comes out of the plastic.
And then Gary has to wear the mask.
Here comes Will.
What do you think? Want to do
It's
it?
Will Murray, everybody.
Do you think you could even get off from the Sybian?
No, not right now. I couldn't.
Why? Because too many people around?
Don't hurt yourself over there,
What
Will.
happened? Did Will fall? What's going on?
Cole cocked himself with a
Do you want me to hold a gun to your head while you do it?
Yeah, that would be funny.
Help. Yes.
Are you going to sit on the Sybian or not?
No.
You are not?
No.
All right, guys. That's enough.
Sorry.
All right.
Look at everybody. Look at the friggin' crew coming in.
So it doesn't go to waste.
Gary,
Jason, get on the Sybian.
What mask would you wear if I did?
Whatever you want. You can put a gun to my head.
No, I can't.
We're like a pit crew. We could be.
Oh, I know. I've seen it.
But
Believe
it's
me. I hosted the sexiest moments. Remember?
It's all